Probably
Stephen.
was.
Shit.
Donkey Young, Lil Bump. Whatever that was. Yeah, we're streaming. Cool. Good to know.
I texted
So,
Zeth and asked if he could
Yeah.
check our audio
So,
levels
yeah.
when he
See
gets
if
a
we all
second.
sound the same level.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm sure it'll be all kinds of messed up. So, when last we left our party, this exciting week. First of all, for anybody who is going to be tuning in tonight, thank you. Appreciate you coming along for the ride. Quick recap of what's happened. Anyone want to explain kind of where our adventurers are after last week's shenanigans? By
Almost dead.
shenanigans. Yeah.
Most of us are almost dead. Thanks, Matt. All right. Well, Brunin is kind enough to run the stream, so I guess I'll do the I'll do my best and then
At
Matt can
least,
fix it.
yeah. So, go ahead.
All right. So we're at this party. Hi. We set off searching for Reggie, who was kidnapped.
Yep.
The whole island started shaking. Not great. Let's see. Brunin cast Shatter on a big cask, full of ale that was worth more than what we make in a lifetime. And then remembered that he is a strength of 23 because of a potion he took. It's fine. Oh yeah, big red portal started open up in the sky. Some fucking monster started falling out. That's not great. Oh, I stopped taking notes because the fight got really crazy intense, but
Right.
we found Reggie. She was hidden behind some kind of like mysterious portal in a wall. She was kidnapped by a guy whose name we never asked before we killed him, but he was a devil. I'm not good at this, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I wrote Drevstoa, and then about 2 hours later I wrote, oh no, we're in hell. Why am I so bad?
It's okay. So I probably take it from there. So you heard it. Yeah. So after searching frantically over the entire place, Zara, who spent most of the time as a goat, was able to catch up as well.
Yep.
And you guys did discover in the southeastern stairwell there was a wall that wasn't quite like the rest of the walls. Kind of peeling it away, chipping a plaster, you found that there was this strange blue light coming from it. On the other side, you saw the man who had abducted Reggie, devil in disguise. Formidable threat, considering that he was all alone. But you could see there was some kind of symbol on the floor, if you could call it floor. The entire room seemed to be stripped away from reality itself. He actually was able to freeze time as you guys were trying to enter the room. And he spoke to Reggie, more or less imparting to her the truth about her background, that Zephyr, her father, in really the original timeline. So that does kind of pose some questions for you. How you know about her now? At any rate, the reason she can speak Infernal is that she was hearing his voice calling to her throughout her life. So, he sent this high-ranking devil to go and pursue Reggie and convince her to return home. He was getting ready to teleport directly into a stronghold within the Nine Hell, at which point Malik had the bright idea of hitting him, breaking his concentration as a goat tried to butt against his leg.
The real hero.
Everyone just, broke his concentration in the midst of the spell, which was fortunate because it did break things a bit during the spell. So, teleporting across world, to a different plane as well, very complicated matter. So, there's some time in the in-between, this sort of realm of strange, like, just electrical discharges that were just all in a state of becoming. Then you found yourselves in the Nine Hells, as you said, outside of the stronghold, but being able to see the sea of fiends coming over the wall, coming towards you. Reggie broke off from the group as you guys were being attacked, was able to sing one of the songs of creation to bring you back to the mundane, to the material plane. It brought the devil with her. but for once there, help was on the way. It seemed that an unusual amount of time had passed, the entire night at least, and you're not entirely certain of the location you're in now. But you see this, you landed on a beach somewhere. Rocky outcroppings and sands nearby. The water itself, somewhat shallow going out a good distance. From the west, two figures came near the Celestials, the two Songblades who accompanied your party and were charged with protecting Reggie and the Songs of Creation. They flew towards you to try to help, and it was at that point in time. It was at that time that Dracula Duval, the devil, cast a spell, ace up his sleeve, to try to turn the two Songblades into stone as they were flying. Yellerina dodged out of the way of the blast, but Drevstoa was caught. Her body, still with considerable momentum, turned to stone instantly, crashed into the waves, into the sandbars and shallows, crashing, breaking off a good distance into the water. Yellerina flew through a wall of fire to try to, save her friend in vain. Madraxa, down to her last hit point, was able to cleave her axe into the body of this devil, just killing him. In his last breaths, he spoke to his master. And it was at that point in time that Krushtak came and possessed the body of Dracula Duval, the devil, in whom he was considerably disappointed. He sort of both souls sharing the same body, but letting Dracula feel the brunt of his body's pain at that moment as it was twisted, angled, floating in the air. Krushtak issued a number of threats, let you know that he knows very well who you are. He's tired of you getting in the way at every corner. So, at that point, he's heard of you. At that point, Reggie saw what had happened, saw Yellerina diving, holding her breath to try to dive down back to pick up the massive stone body, the pieces of Drevstoa in the waves, and trying in vain to pick them up, began to sing a terribly mournful song, Song of Mourning. And with it, it set the souls that were in the area at peace, sent them to moving on. It banished Krushtak back to the Nine Hells. The body just incinerating away in this wave of spherical light emanating from her. As Reggie walked on water out to go and calm Yellerina, to tell her that it was over, effectively, through her song, that Yellerina recognized and tried to pick up. You saw as Reggie walked out in the water and soon enough came back, Yellerina sinking back down. You saw that this faint light flicker up from the waves, spark off into the sunrise. Sense that it may have been Drevstoa, finally relieved. So, at this point, I'd say that Reggie comes back, head down. The last few words of her song finishing. You see Yellerina still out there. The waves are, kind of pushing her back a bit. It definitely seems like rough waters out. As tall as she is, see the water comes up about just a little bit under halfway to upper chest, so it's pretty deep water. She hasn't turned yet. She's still looking out towards the rising sun. Orange, purple, pink on the horizon. behind you. You see the sky looks still dark, still the sign of night. The sky looks clear.
Any holes in it?
No. No, the red portals that you saw in the sky the night before seem to have all been closed, as best you can tell, but not necessarily sure whether or not that means that what came out of them is gone. Considering how much, like, it was more or less, say, like 2 or 3 hours after sunset when this, when the whole thing went down with Reggie being abducted, and then you searched frantically for probably close to half an hour, maybe an hour, and then, well, not probably half an hour. The fight itself felt like it took only minutes, but you find yourselves at least into the next dawn. So it definitely seemed like a strange amount of time passed, whether it was in the in-between or otherwise. You're not sure. So very much like that feeling of taking a nap,
Right. Could happen to
which
anyone.
one of you will not be able to take a nap as she was resurrected using that good old hot brown morning potion that gives you a short rest as an action, but you can't
You're
take a long
welcome.
rest for
It'll be fine.
So at this point you see Reggie kind of like stands among it, kind of like it's like that awkward distance where no one really knows what to say. Stand, like, turn.
I'll go to Reggie and put my arm over her shoulders. You can walk on water.
Guess so.
Can you do it to me and Brunin?
Try to teach you a thing or two of what I know.
No, I mean right now, so we can go get Yetharain out of the water.
Well, I think you just call to her. Yellow. You just see her turn back, just straight tears streaming down.
Songblade. Come.
Make a persuasion check.
$22.
Something about using the word Songblade. It's her title. Just reminds her she's a duty first. She straightens herself up. Begins like just wading back through the water. Kind of like pushing with her arms, with her wings a little. And before long, she's standing there, just armor soaked. You can see now, she's not just soaked, but you can see now that it seems that there's been some fighting that may have happened over the course of the night. Scuffs, bruising, at least a few cuts.
Me too.
She's strongest person I knew. Saved the world more than once.
Just sit for a minute.
She immediately plops down this heavy plank, drops to her, drops down, arms at her knees, holding her legs.
Is there any like driftwood or anything on this beach where I could start putting together a fire?
I mean, there was a fire for a good bit from that massive wall of flame.
A non-magical fire.
Yeah. Make an investigation check.
Or survive?
Sure.
Thank
Survival for putting together a fire. That's something.
you. my only nat 20 of the night. Want to roleplay
find
a fire, please?
kindling, a good starter. You find just the right size of dry wood, which is really good to find near a beach. You find everything you need. Like grass is the right kind of scraggly to, just soon enough you have enough materials to start a fire.
Start a really big fire. Put logs around it for everybody to just sit.
Okay. You're able to. I'll say that like you are able to get some logs. For Yellow Rain, you probably have to like cut down like a nearby tree, like a small sapling or something, and prop it between two rocks. Or at any rate, yeah, you were able to soon enough make a decent sized fire the early morning to help everyone dry off, cool down. You're looking at the flames. There's a sort of chill, a shudder that comes over you, each of you, thinking back to what it felt like being in the. For Zara, this is, I think, your first time seeing the Nine Hells and what they became.
Mm-hmm.
So for you, I would say probably, maybe you don't necessarily know that it is the Nine, though I'd say in character, but
it's so vastly different from what I remember.
It just that can't be it. That can't be it. You're on a beach now, someplace. So
Somewhere in Regana, we assume.
hopefully,
Okay.
like maybe not. Maybe could hope to be a different place, but at any rate, here you are on a beach. And honestly, at this point, maybe where exactly doesn't matter because you're around each other. Make an intelligence check with advantage. So. That's enough. You at least know that Yellerena came from the west and flying, so she, should be maybe within a good distance of where you guys were because she was there at the party. For another thing, that gives you kind of maybe a sense of where it is without asking her. You could ask her for specific directions.
We need some time. It's been a long night. We do not owe anything to the Higri Shell Council. Let's just take a few hours. They'll just blame us anyway, so I'm not in a rush to get back to them.
Guess you guys can all take a rest if you need one. I don't think I'm going to sleep anytime soon.
Oh my gosh. The experimental one, I didn't know what was going to happen.
I mean, I'm not dead, so that totally worked. Kudos on that.
Happy about that. Hopefully you will be able to sleep again someday. I do not know if you will or not. We will find out.
Malik at this point probably just like, you guys shouldn't just drink shit if you don't know where it's coming from.
Oh, don't judge us.
I was completely unconscious at the time. I don't know if that makes it better or worse.
So you didn't know what that was gonna do and you just gave it to her when she was knocked out?
You would have her die?
I mean, you probably could have.
She was actively dying at the time.
Okay, well, should you need any kind of help coming back from the brink, we'll just let you know you want to do it the old-fashioned way. Just moxie.
Well,
fine.
can't you just give her a diamond and then she'll be okay?
I reckon we do that. If we just put a diamond on you, can you just be okay?
I have to be conscious, so that
She has
only
to be
works for everyone
conscious.
else.
There you go.
What the hell does everyone care about diamonds for? Those things are stupid then. Fucking Portland. Yeah. Just goes and, walks off towards the water and broods for a minute, arms crossed, looking. Seems like he has something on his mind.
Yeah. I think he's also been through a lot tonight.
Yeah, it's been a long night for him.
Point, Yellerina reaches into her, into her cloak and pulls out two things. She asked if you needed this. Pulls out the cylinder.
Thank the gods. Oh,
She wasn't sure, but considering that you called for her.
oh, I
She
swear
felt
she would
bad.
leave it with Arlington. Oh, thank the gods.
God, no. No, she
Take it
smarter
from her.
than that.
Store it in my cloak.
She thought I knew the way you were dressed and everything and what you had on, and I'd see it before she did. It was just this kind of, hurried conversation, and then up came some devils climbing over the balcony and cutting them in half. People are running rapid. They lock themselves in one of the
Watch their way through.
far away through. And
Did
there's
any
this as well. She holds up the feather.
I've not
If any of you wanted to go and see Arling,
think we'd
Has
ever see that house
Yellerina
again.
seen the secret hot tub yet?
I don't think Yellerina has.
I think only Drevstoa knows about it.
Yeah.
it's not lucky then.
I'll take the feather from her too. Thank you. I want to start scooping up some ash from the bottom of the fire and mixing it with a little bit of water and blood and making an ink.
Yeah. We should leave something here. It's not right. Reggie, nods in agreement. Something. Sign. Wait, I have an idea. And she goes to Yellerina, asks for some help. Yellerina kind of looks and after, a brief whisper, brief exchange, you don't hear. All right. She wades back into the water. Swims down. And it's a few moments later until you see Yellerina reaching the top of the water. She's got something. And then she continues trying to swim, labored and strained. But eventually you see her come to the point where she can finally stand again. Face, she just looks heartbroken, you can tell. Tired as well from carrying Drevstoa's sword. A massive stone. She picks it, drives it down into the sand. Just this kind of locked in place monument. Or at least stand there until it's weathered down by the water.
It's gonna be in your own time. Songblade, Songkeeper. Do you want to honor her now?
Reggie, at this point, kind of looks and You see her, like it finally hits her. It's the last person I know from my childhood. She was always there. I don't have a home anymore. Can't go back. They're all gone.
We,
Sorry, what?
none of us can go back. Reggie. None of us.
You can't go back. I just know. I don't know. What's next. In fact, she was always never thought there would be a day when she wasn't there. Never thought there'd be a day. Now it's here. It'll be tomorrow and then the next day. Sorry, I think this is a lot of things I haven't thought of for a while now, and they're all coming up. I'm sorry. Just need some rest.
I get up my my old looking survival knife, and I start mixing the ink I made with it. This is not the time when we weep. We have too much to do. We cannot go home. We will not weep for Drevstoa Runina. We can say goodbye. We can say goodbye to her fallen body. One of the greatest soldiers creation has ever known. But it's only the body we say goodbye to. Drevstoa's life was already given to this war. As was mine. As was yours, Reggie, yours, Brunin, Zara, Malik, all of us. Our lives are forfeit. We cannot go home. And the people we seek to protect, they distrust and resent us. The land for which we spill our blood continues to burn, despite our sacrifice. The very gods for which we pledge ourselves to have forgotten us. The ones we left in the future, in the past, all of them just burning and dying endlessly. Zara, your world lies in ruins. Brunin, our time is a wreckage. We went back in time to fix it, and now another man is rewarded with your home and your family to call his own. There's nothing left for us. And I put my hand on Reggie's head. This girl is all we have. I do not know what power the songs of creation have. I do not know why so much blood is spilled over them. I do not care. All I know is we seek to repair the world, and those that want the song seek to break the world. If there's any hope of fixing the wreckage and saving the people we love from burning forever, this girl and the songs are all that matter. Drevstoa knew this. Do not weep for Drevstoa Ruina. She knew the honor of laying her life down to protect the heart of creation. She knew the honor of laying down her life for her fellow warriors. Shine in the light and glory of conquest. We should all be so lucky. Do not weep for Drevstoa Ruina. Tears will make you blind. She would want you to rise from this stronger and more determined. Now is the time for us to rise and to stand united against the monsters that would sow the destruction of the world. Do not weep for Drevstoa. We will climb to our feet. We will wipe the blood from our faces. We will build our fires. We will mark her name on our flesh, and we will carry her with us into battle. Avenge her name. Avenge her lover. Conquest after conquest until the light takes us all. Our enemies will weep for Drevstoa Ruina. They will rue the day they stole from us the mightiest Songblade, the greatest protector of creation. The light of our blades and the fire of our magic will be the last they see before we cut down every last devil that stands against us. For the glory of Drevstoa.
Sir
Well
Armor.
said.
This Reggie kind of reaches into her pocket, pulls out the keystone, looks to the ocean. Places still to go. Puts it back in. Take the fight to them soon enough.
We
Not
will.
yet. Not ready yet.
Nor I. Yellowrain, when we lost Linus, when he was fallen, you helped me mark him on my flesh. Would you like the same?
Custom I'd ever really thought. Sure. Perfect time to make a permanent decision.
Yeah, so I don't have to kneel next to Yellowrain. I have to keep standing because she's so tall. But I
Not
go
here.
to
Not here.
where?
Not exactly the most sanitary location.
Takes the feather and carves the line through the air. The feather scratches into the air, quill on parchment, and soon enough you see the familiar crack of light. Slides over this like frozen bit of light in reality. Kind of like pushes the sand out. See the interior of the feather house. She shambles in. Reggie behind her. Malik, kind of, just goes in as well. He just goes straight to his, his meditation card to skip across the water, try to meditate for a while, think about what's happened, what's come, visions he's had, and then Toxis troubles him to remember what it's called. The rest of you going into the feather house, or
Go where Reggie goes.
you step in, look behind, see for just more morning sun, glinting that bit of light from the tail end of the golden hour, striking the stone blade, glistening wet seawater. Close the door. Inside, you can see some of the others, the other ascendants, some of the refugees from the southern stretches of flow help that you rescued from the First Legion. And they look and they see Yelorena. Kind of, you see one of them kind of like looks over young ascendant child, a girl with like a little wooden sword. She kind of looks, and Yelorena sees her, can't quite meet her eyes. Her, what you assume to be her father, comes to the realization, grabs her by the shoulder, and says, "Come on, let's go. Maybe draw a picture, okay? Daddy, where is she? Let's go. Come on." It's otherwise a quiet and comfortable, long silence. Feather. People seem like kind of shocked, taken aback. They no words spoken, but they understand. Some of them, walk out of the room. A few of them see, an old woman holds one of the ascendants in tears. So at this point, I'd say, assuming you guys are going in to take a long rest, is there anything else you'd like to do outside of Zara, who's going to be up just playing Minecraft all night long? Because there's not, like there's you're just going to be, yep.
Drax said, I was thinking, since I'm obviously not going to get a long rest tonight, I don't know how long you wish to stay here, but if we stay for 24 hours, I can make the ground around Drevstoa's sword a hollowed area forever.
That sounds amazing. I have nowhere else to be.
Great. Help me
Thank
gather
you.
some herbs and oils and incense from the house. So basically, it stays around until it's dispelled, and it prevents like celestials, elementals, fiends, fae, and undead from entering the area unless I specifically choose to include one of them. No one there can get charmed or frightened or possessed, and there's some like fun other abilities that like for example, I did that for the Feather House, and one of the abilities was tongues, so we could all speak to each other inside the Feather House. There's like I don't know if you want to look them up, Matt, but there's some listed ones, but it specifically says like a DM can pick a different effect.
Okay.
Or make your own up.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, we could say that we'll go through the rest of everything else that would be happening and all that, and in the meantime, I'll think of exactly what the effects will be for that. But I do think, yeah, for one thing, no fiend or celestial or any creature, save for the one, ones that if you're choosing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Great idea.
I would say, maybe you wouldn't notice it today, but maybe some effects if you were ever to return.
Yeah.
So.
Is it like 6 in the morning?
Well, yeah, jet lag, right? So, all right.
Yeah, Lorena, do you want to sleep in my room?
I've never actually seen your room.
Oh, it's nice. It's very comfortable.
Is there enough room for me in there? She like kind of like you go in and then, bearing in mind that you made it the modest hut.
Yeah,
it was.
There's plenty of space.
She kind of like goes and like, oh, ducks down. I could. I have 1 second. She kind of like gets down on all fours and kind of like
Yeah.
crawls in. Like
It's nice,
yeah,
right? It's nice.
it's Gandalf in a Hobbit house. That's all. Just like very uncomfortable. It's not bad. Warm.
Yeah.
She
The
just
mud is
sits down.
insulated.
Mud is insulation, I suppose.
Reggie, you don't want to be by yourself, do you?
Not so sure you're asking if for me. She comes in and kind of like sits on the bed next to you.
Hammocks.
Oh, hammocks. That's right. Shoot, you have hammocks now. Right. So she kind of like sits on a. Well, I'll say that she's just like leaning against a post, kind of like looking at Yellow Reina, who's just kind of squatting like this. Definitely, picture, like when you, like little kids have like those plastic houses outside that like for playhouses.
Yeah,
Like
Fisher Price
when you
ones.
go in one of those and you're playing with them, like, wow, this is great. Oh,
Wow.
it's just she's like sitting in there, but it's like she's like has the feeling of like I can't stay in here.
It's perfect, right?
It's very charming.
It is my family home, so any rejection of it is an insult to my tribe, but it's fine if you don't like it.
No, it's lovely. It really is. Do you um do you want tea? I think I'm gonna have some tea. I think
I
tea would be
definitely-
good. All right.
Yeah, I cannot sleep yet.
She like sidles out. Right.
Bleeding all over my own house.
So Reggie kind of like looks. So the council, they're gonna be mad at you for. Wait, I'm switching accents. Sorry. I think they're going to be mad at you for that. That's not our fault. That's my fault. If anything, I should speak to them.
Okay, first of all, it is not your fault.
They wouldn't be here if not for me. They came looking for me.
That is not a purpose, is it? That is not an intention. There's no actions. You've done nothing wrong. And neither have we, but it does not stop them from, blaming us. It's fine. It's fine. Maybe they lock us up, maybe they don't, whatever. Just keep going.
Oh my god. My father. No. Helgrim.
Yeah,
Is he okay? He was there. He could be hurt.
we will find out together. We will find out together. He was amongst the most powerful men and women in Higrisha, which is all
Right.
anyone could hope for.
But he's like 13.
He was in great hands.
Well, now he's 13. When I knew him, he was, well,
Pretty old. Yeah, it's confusing.
that was weird. That was very weird.
I know. Sorry. We will find him together. We will count our losses. But not right now, okay? We need to rest. We are of no good to anyone until we rest.
Draxa, just one more thing before you go to sleep. I was wondering.
Aye.
She pulls out a. She reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. A book that's gleaming white. She opens the pages. You can see the words, notation on it. Looks like it's glowing, like it was written with fire.
What is this?
Stem. You don't remember? These are the songs.
Are they?
Well,
That is
yes.
them?
I mean, they're not just up here. There's some I don't know, very hard to transcribe, but here, come here, I can teach you. Can you read?
Read. What language, though?
Oh, maybe we'll work at it. But
I mean, if the characters are Deathic, great.
oof.
Ugh.
Well, maybe in Higurshire or something we can find someone else who knows a teacher. If not, then we can always... We'll figure it out.
Okay. Thank
But
you.
If anything... If I was weak, if I had taken his hand, piece of it lost forever, and stupid of me to even think of it for a moment, but what you said, it's right. This is more important than anything. I can't let them have it. I can't be the only one who knows these. I trust you. Trust the other Raina. So, and
Thank you. I trust you too. You just...
if Brunin as well. No. Duh.
You should trust Brunin more than me,
Like
honestly.
to drink a bit. And can't really hold it, can he? There's one ale and he's just out. God,
Dog night. Do not judge.
oh, God. I don't know how any of you can rest on the road with him. Ugh.
You get used to it.
Ugh.
No, we always joke about calling you the chosen one, but did we ever tell you, like, their prophecy? Because I think part of it may have come true tonight.
You mean?
The ancient beast, Gwergalok the Handsome, or something. I don't...
Gweg the Handsome.
Yes, he was a magnificent creature, don't get me wrong. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. Stunning. But he was the one that said... No, or was it the witch? I'm sorry, I've been traveling so long. I've heard it a few times, but it was something like a child born between 3 worlds would be destined to make a choice that could close the gates or end the world. And I was worried that that was your choice. I was so scared when you made that choice that it was the wrong one. I was worried I was watching the whole prophecy play out in front of me and I couldn't do anything to stop it.
It was the gates. But I didn't close the gates. They were still open. If anything, you saw they were...
Well, I didn't think you were making that choice. I thought you were making the choice to end the world. So, you know, second chances? I don't know.
Thinking about prophecies, you can't exactly go and send him a letter and ask, was this what you meant?
Yeah, I can't really ask Bevigda again. Anyway, just don't sacrifice anything for anybody ever again, okay? Just don't.
Coming from you.
Even me.
No,
Especially
I'm
me.
saying that advice coming from you.
It's different with
It's-
me. Me and Brunin are not special. We are just soldiers.
How is your family? We parted before got to see them or meet them, I believe.
I don't know. There's something really wrong with my mother.
What is
Something
it?
really wrong. She's not right in the head. She's not there anymore. I don't know. I do not know where.
Sorry.
Yeah. She was in my family. You either die a valiant death in battle, and you are revered, or you retire from the military to make more soldiers. That's it. And that's what my parents did. They retired. They had long, prosperous careers in
At
the
this
military, and then
point, Reggie starts crying.
Right.
like sobs.
Right. Well, I've done neither, so, you know.
No,
Yeah.
Oh, is still have the. It's gone. It's going to be a big sister.
No, we
So
don't know what we
I-
can and can't fix yet.
She stands up and just kind of like smooths her dress. And, I just think I'm really tired. I think I'm going to go to sleep.
Okay.
She goes and gives you a hug. You know, strong as you are, she matches it tight as she can.
I feel proud.
Breaks off the hug, and you're back in the room. Alone. Tired. Pain.
I try and go to sleep.
Before the tea kettle even whistles. Your head hits the pillow, and you're just out. Zara, kind of like
Yeah.
just outside the feather house, you're, you know, casting your ritual. And there's something about like the full day and everything kind of stretches. And normally it would feel like this very long, tedious process where it's like, I gotta set this up and set this, but you're just put this over
Luckily,
here
everyone
in the
else
meat.
is
And
so
it's
tired.
sprinkle it around. I don't get it. Everyone's being so,
There's
yeah.
like just absolutely wired walking in and out of the feather house, grabbing different herbs and incenses and like grinding them up.
Yeah.
Kind of in
You,
like
ju-
a manic state.
you see, you just see a lot of the, your friends from, well, your ascent and everything, and saving the ones you saved from Geode back in the Underdark.
Yep.
Yep. Is there anything else you wanted to do while you were here over the course
Not
of the day?
particularly.
All right. So time passes. Soon enough, you guys wake up, and now close to carry the one. Yeah, it's in the afternoon, right? So it's a good bit at this point. You wake up, and I'll say that Zara, you're just taking a break from the first half of the ritual, and you're just, we come and see you, and you're just eating some food.
Are you holding up?
I'm surprisingly fine, but I feel like this won't last forever.
Your eyes are a little twitchy.
Yeah, everything is a little twitchy. Do you see how
yeah.
like
Oh, I
it's
do
like-
see that.
yeah, like pieces of lettuce keep falling out and I have to keep putting them back on top.
Okay. Hear me out. What if I gave you the other hot brown morning potion? Do you think that would counteract it?
It would either counteract it or I would probably suffer cardiac arrest. It's kind of one. I'm not really sure how it would go.
Well, let me know.
Yeah, I know. I'd really like to finish this ritual first.
Try and
Before
give you an encouraging thump on the back. That's way too hard. Good work.
Yeah.
Like, kind of like bits of your, sandwich just fall out onto the plate. You have to reassemble it a bit and scoop it back in.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear what Krustok said about her lover? Did you hear what that madman was taunting her with?
Malik kind of like eases out of a doorway. Like, yeah, we gotta go fuck that guy up, right? Like, that shit can't stand. Oh my god, Brunin. This might be the first thing I've ever heard you say that makes sense.
I mean, he makes a lot more sense now that you can understand him.
It's just
He's a
He's
lot
gotta-
more logical in the original language we in
it's
High
not his
Speltron.
it's not his fault that he has to stand on a box to see eye to eye with me.
It's because you're small. That's why the joke is funny.
Alright. Well, so yeah. Let's kick his fucking ass, but how?
I was planning on asking Drevstoa. Now I'm not so sure. Did you... Worm meat? Did you hear him call her lover?
Did someone
Wormy.
say something about meat?
Oh, God.
Oh, hello! You're all back.
Hello,
Well,
Arlington.
how was your vacation?
How is the salt pork cache treating you?
It's getting low. If you could pick some out while you're out, I'd be really appreciative. Here, I've
Sure.
written up a list, and he hands just look at this scroll of parchment.
Yeah, we definitely will. No problem.
I worked very hard on that.
All right.
Picks it up and tries to smooth it out.
Sarah, do you think he found the hot tub?
How does he smell?
Bad.
We
Smells
didn't
bad.
find.
Okay, good.
So, at this point, you do see Yellerina and Reggie are up as well. Well, you know, there's a funny thing about this place. Just really, it's nice to be able to stay out of everything that's going on outside. You can just be here. It's relaxing. It's like a little bubble. But
Yeah. Point. So we had some business to attend to. And I get my little vial of ink and my big knife back out. Jam it at the table. How about it?
sure. What did you have in mind?
Well, in Flohelg, we just carried the first letter of their name with us. Because anything more, you just run out of space. But it looks like this, and I draw it. Well, I carve it into the table with my knife. It looks like this, and I show her that.
She had a spot. She had one, you know. Behind her wing. Shoulder blade.
We saw that.
I think I'd like to go for the same spot.
We can do that.
Does it hurt? Good.
It, that's part of why we do it. It helps.
Good.
Okay.
All right. So, kind of, I need you all to make stealth checks.
I still have one level of exhaustion. Because I had, like, 2 frenzies yesterday.
That's good enough. All right. So, you're able to make it to the hot tub. And I'll say, even with that, you're able to make it back without alerting anyone to the path to the hot tub. So, you get there, and not only does it look nice, but there's actually a pleasant smell to it, almost like, well, it's hard to place exactly. Maybe almond, cherry. place. But the water is warm soon enough. Perfectly relaxing. In fact, so relaxing, I'm going to say remove that level.
Most kind.
Epsom salts, man. So
Thank you, Zara,
yeah,
for inventing this.
you start setting out to making this tattoo. Do me a favor and do I guess it would be performance check.
Have you seen these? It's gonna look terrible. Oh no. 4. But it's on her back. She can't see it, so it's fine.
She just like immediately moves. I thought you were going to tell me when you were going to start. What the hell?
No. I thought you just understood.
No,
It's fine.
and-
It looks. Hold still. Fine.
And then you just okay. The first couple of splotches, you might need to put like a little border.
You bastard.
It's good.
Like an artist to get a
It just
reline.
either you're gonna have to make it really big, or it's gonna have to have like some kind of like maybe like curly flowery design around it or something that might be beyond you to make it. There's like one little scratchy speck that's not part of the design.
I try and just act like, oh, that's what it's exactly how it's supposed to look. I meant for it to be the size and the shape. It's good.
All right. Go ahead. I can handle it.
You can handle anything. I'm the strongest woman I know. Now that the real strongest woman I know has died. It's a compliment.
Fucking yeah, it was a backhanded compliment. Jesus. All right, so you just tap with a tattoo, and yeah, soon enough, like we'll say, like after about an hour or so in the hot tub, the rest of you guys just like relaxing, enjoying the water. Yeah, you're able to feel recuperated, rejuvenated.
Reggie?
She's there. Yeah.
No, I mean Reggie.
What?
You want one?
I'm all right. Thank you. It's not that. I just.
No, it's fine. We all
Not
have our own
ready.
traditions.
I think I'm not ready to admit to myself that it just doesn't feel real yet.
When I finish Yellorena's tattoo, I flip the blade hilt towards her and kind of just like gesture to myself.
Oh, you wanted me to? All right, fine.
Do you mind?
Sure.
Right next to Malik.
Do you want me to use the same knife, or do you want? Should I get another one?
It's the only knife I have.
That's my point. Actually, I should have asked in the first place. I've seen what you do with knives. This is. Oh God! Wait, you use this? Did you wash it first?
It is very sharp. It's an effective
It's
instrument.
not a question of the sharpness.
I take it
God.
from her and I just like swish it in the hot tub and then I hand it back to her.
Like it just, she's visually repulsed by the thought of like realizing like, oh God, you used the knife, like your varmint skinning and you know monster slaying knife. Oh,
For the immune
no.
system.
No. All right. Well, it's there. Oh God. Okay. That happened. Sure. I guess. Why not?
Thank you.
Where do you want it?
Mr. Malik. So we have a cleric. I don't know why you're
Wait.
complaining.
Next to Malik, you have a spot ready to go for him?
Do you go ahead and take
Wishful
the spot.
thinking, isn't it then?
Go ahead and take the spot I had reserved for Malik.
You
I
just
did
hear,
not think he would live
you know
to see
what?
this day.
Fuck you,
Next-
Adraxa.
Go ahead and put it next to Linus instead.
Alright. And then you start, she starts cutting in the line, and
I can tell Larry's characters apart.
15. So a lot smooth.
Much
But
better than mine.
Considering you've had tattoos before, you know what to expect with it,
Mhm.
even from someone who has never given a tattoo before. So, but
This is
it's
her second one. She gave me Linus's.
oh yeah, that's right. Sorry, second. So she's got a pretty good feel for it and does a solid symbol for Drevstoa's. Yeah, sure. It hurts. It does. But it's that good hurt. The kind of like, as it's happening, your mind goes back to all the other symbols. I'm not sure I know all of these. What's that one?
That was one of my squad mates. Oh no, that was 3 of my squad mates. There was a fire.
Oh,
It's okay. It's tradition, like I said yesterday. It's how you carry them with you.
I carry him with you.
It makes you stronger. You're just gonna have to trust me on that.
Sorry. And she keeps going. She, like, you could tell there's just that moment of distance. All right.
It takes time.
Tattoo. I should be taking my time with it.
No.
Okay. So she kind of keeps back with the pace. Soon enough, yeah. It's nice, relaxing time in the hot tub. And soon enough, you have a tattoo now next to Linus. The rest of you, anything else you guys want to do in the Feather House?
Still just working
Yeah.
on my ritual.
Oh, that's right. Because okay, so you can't do any like scrying or anything like that because you got you're
Well,
tied
also
up.
I'm pretty burnt out of spells, so
Yeah. So, all right. Time passes. You guys have, there's a really good meal cooked for dinner. It seems like it's like sort of like savory, dry rub on the meat and everything. Smell it the entire day, and it only gets more and more enticing. This sort of like dark peppered, like almost like seasoning, like that just becomes crusted over this like this rack of meat, and it's just lovely, like a nice char on it. And you would think though that like on the outside it looks like it's just got to be bone dry and burnt to a crisp, but you see if they like take it off the spit, and just you see one of the ascendant cook who's really getting good at this just takes a single fork and it just slides, like just drips off, and you can see the meat is just glistening and wet and flavorful inside. Scoops that over to where they also have this pot of just garlic and peppers that's just been slowly roasting over the course of the day, and they just take out a ladle and scoop that over the meat, and just the juices just are amazing. Bit of these crispy like croutons of bread that they kind of crackle over top. Dish out a plate to everyone. Yeah. Traditional ascended, a meal of for funerals, but so that time you really need a good meal. So
Grief makes you hungry.
grief does make you hungry. It's actually that is the thing, isn't it? So all right.
Brunin grabs some salt pork. He's hungry.
Yep.
Arlington, it's been too long, old friend.
Oh, has it? It has been a little long. Only like. Why am I looking at the wrist? People do that. I assume it's a Higuro. Ugh. I don't know. It's been a while.
How are you?
But a little bored, but it's comfortable here. I don't know. I just Sometimes I wonder if you're out there, just if you need me. And then I remember that I don't want to get into any of that. I'm good here. I can sit down. I have a comfortable chair. It's actually got nice padding and everything. No one comments if I have, a bit of a full belly and I need to expel some, foul wind. Anyways, it's fine.
You deserve that, old friend.
Thank you.
You deserve to be able to relax.
And who are you calling old? I'll tell you one thing, young man. If I was your age, wait, that's admitting I'm old. Get over here.
Old friend.
And he tries. And he, immediately, gestures like he's looking to wrestle. And, it feels like he could take you on.
Brunin puts up...
Call me old, I'm sprightly as can be. Alright.
Brunin puts up his arm.
Alright. And I'll say, just for the sake of this happening, I'll say that you have the last few tinges of Hill Giant strength coursing through your vein.
Yeah, I do. Alright.
Sorry, Eric. If you were here, maybe you should be different. Alright.
Come on, man.
I'll have you know that I have bested many of lad in this. Oh, nat 1.
Should I roll, or do we just assume I have Brunin 1?
Roll better than a nat 1.
Than a nat 1.
You never know.
Just
Arlington,
a strength check? Is that...
He's been getting his protein
old man's
in.
arm.
Hmm?
He's been
It just snaps like a twig. Alright, 14.
He immediately just, is getting ready, and, you get the feeling that, he's been talking a lot of crap around the feather house. And, people immediately hear you, this little halfling, grab the old man's hand.
get wrecked, nerd.
I wish I was there to see it.
Rodin, whatever you've been doing has been working. Good.
Arlington, you just let me win. You could have bested me.
That's right, I did let you win. And you remember that. Next time, insult an old man. Do we have ice? He, walks off. Ice! I said ice. Continues to, berate one of the ascendants for something. Okay. Yeah, it's a delicious meal. Oh my god. Just... But Zara, you still have to work through the night, unfortunately. You're still feeling... I would say, you go outside and all that, and you see, there's up to you whether or not you want to ask anyone else to join you during your ritual, or if you want the company. If not, you also just as content maybe to...
Say it's up to anyone, if they want to join me. Hopefully someone brought me some food, but...
Oh yeah, you could smell it, I would say.
Yeah.
Stopping periodically every 6 hours.
Almost you can't really see the feather house door while you're out there, but you occasionally get this faint whiff, almost what was that? Almost like maybe you're just remembering the smell, and then it hits you. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm
Smells
so
like
used
home.
to the fresh air that I do leave the feather house just to be outside and see sky, and I come out with 2 giant plates of food, and I'm just going to town. Just eating from both of them.
Hey, so you remember when I got you all those rabbits?
You're the best.
Mhm.
Oh, did you want one of mine?
Or you can get a third.
Oh yeah, of course.
Thanks. I'll just be working and then reaching over and then going back to work.
At this point, the sky is pretty clear. There's stars overhead, and the sun set a good while ago during dinner, or when it was first coming out. But at this point, you can now see, it's clear. It's beautiful out, and you start getting this feeling of the electric charge and this sort of low key feeling of almost a sensation of a hum, but not not the sound of it, the strange feeling this tingle of vibrant, like this in your soul around you. So you can tell that the ritual is starting to take some effect.
Can you feel anything, Adraxa?
Do I feel anything?
Make a religion check.
Ah, my specialty. 2.
What do the pretty flowers do? Are those flowers? Wait, no. Is that
It
seaweed?
feels-
This is not even part of your thing. This is just over here.
It
Yeah.
feels breezy. Does your spell feel breezy? Like an ocean breeze?
That might just be the ocean breeze.
Oh.
But
No.
you know, I've been out here. I've been out of the Nine Hells for so long, but I am still not used to the stars. Every time I look up, they're just. I can't imagine what it's like growing up having that as your backdrop every single night.
Where do your ancestors go when they die?
I mean, to the afterlife? Do your ancestors go to the stars?
Yeah.
That
yeah,
is-
they're all warriors. They continue to battle in the light.
So every one of those stars is one of your ancestors?
Oh, yeah. And I just assumed yours too, are they not?
I mean, maybe they are. I don't
They
don't
probably
exactly
are.
know.
I feel like, yeah,
think so.
my religion's probably the correct one. Yeah.
I'll just let that one go. There are hundreds of
Religion
gods.
checks contested.
All right, who's got the better religion? Let's go.
Yeah.
Go ahead and keep my 2. My religion's not that
Two.
great.
I'm just gonna roll it. Oh, I got a pretty cool religion. Sorry.
Right, yeah.
Cleric beat me at a religion roll? What?
No.
Yeah. She just like kind of like that polite nod as you're
And you're like, look at this idiot, only thinking there's one religion.
grumsh-splaining her. Yeah. Yeah, she just you kind of like think about like the stars, it's cute.
Cute. I
As
can see
you-
why they would pick it. Like, it is very beautiful and otherworldly, but you know.
Yeah, as you're like thinking like this specifically is, written down, passed down from, things, and if I don't get this very exactly right, something can go wrong. So I had to do this now. Yeah, so you're kind of focused on the ritual and stuff. But it is pleasant, the food. You're grateful for it. The waves
Company's
continue
always
to
nice.
lap up. Yeah. Waves continue to lap up, and it's at this point that you feel the potion wear off. God. You have
You're tired.
now. You're exhausted at this point, but now I think. Yeah, so you gain a level of exhaustion, but the ritual itself still has some hours to go.
Good. Okay, I'm gonna need someone to stay out here and talk to me the whole time.
You have
And
to
hope-
work for the whole time?
I mean, I can take like little breaks, but yeah.
Oh, wow. Thank you. You sure you don't want the other potion?
No, I don't. God only knows what would happen after I come down off of that one.
Okay.
I'd probably just
I
fall
would say
unconscious.
at this point you're also probably feeling a little edgy, like, Adrax's voice is coming off especially loud
Yeah.
as you're trying to focus on this, and just
It does.
everything seems grating and like it seems cold, and your head is just starting to. Yeah.
How did you feel being back at the Nine Hells?
That is not the same Nine Hells. I can't believe it.
Yours
That
is
not the
different?
place I grew up in. Yes, completely different. It was beautiful.
Oh. I never really knew. Like, I just always thought the Nine Hells were terrible. No offense. I just...
I mean, there are multiple layers, not 9 exactly.
Oh. But yours was a nice one?
Yeah.
Oh. So it was starting to fall like when you left, I guess.
Yes. I mean, it has been centuries since I've been back.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what the timelines, I don't even know if that Nine Hells is this. I hope it is not the same Nine Hells that I'm from. Hope it's an alternate version, but at this point, I really have no idea.
Yeah, everything's just broken.
Really broken. Hopefully, if we pick this plane, like the other ones will go back to being normal too. Hope is that too hopeful?
I mean, it's all we got, right?
Yeah.
I kind of would like to see where you're from if we do fix it.
Yeah, I can draw you some pictures sometime, or maybe share an image with you mentally. I'm not sure.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
At this point, you see Yellow Raina come out. It's beautiful out here. That looks lovely, Sarah. Thank you.
It's almost there. Almost done.
Breezy.
Breezy?
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess so.
She's very good.
So, which one of you was it that was it you then, Zara, that was sending me all the little messages back and forth the whole time while I was trying to do stuff?
Yeah, that would be me. I can't check my bed.
No, I was wondering. I mean, I don't know. It's nice that you can do that, and I suppose it'd be nice to be able to. Does it? I don't know. Have you tried? Does it work only if you know where the person is, or if you know if they're in the same plane, the same time? Well,
It only works across the same time. I know there are some planes it can penetrate through, but I'm not sure how far it goes. Especially if that plane operates on a different time system.
of course. I suppose.
So, I mean, I would love to try, but I literally have no spells left at all. I have one spell.
No, I don't. Of course, you must be exhausted.
Yeah,
I
it didn't hit me until like 30 minutes ago. Oh,
well, she's got another one of those things. If you need,
no, I.
That's what I said.
tell me about it. But I guess No, I think you're doing a lovely job. I'll stop distracting you. Just suppose when you're feeling better, I might ask you. But
Yeah, I have some other tricks up my sleeve too that might work.
can I get you anything?
Yeah. Maybe like poke me if my eyes close for more than 10 seconds straight.
Sometimes I'll punch myself in the face to keep a rage going.
Actually, I've got an idea. Brunin, get out here.
Aye. He steps
Players.
outside.
Right, play her a song. You heard me, little man. Play her a song. She's getting
little man.
sleepy. Wake her up. Yeah.
Very well.
Just trying to get you, wake up a little.
Brunin, pulls out his lute and starts playing every single sea shanty that he knows.
Oh God. Just something about
Weller
the
man
ocean lapping up and
Yeah.
soon may the Wellerman. Yep, all that.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny to hear Brunin's range as he gets low.
Yeah.
You don't expect it from a halfling.
I'm like, yeah. How does the diaphragm makes the pitch, but yours? Yeah, I'm too tired to think about it that hard.
He's a bard. No, I wouldn't think too hard about it. But that's good, I guess. And yeah, so I'll say, you feel with that, you kind of have like this sort of thing that even after the rest of them, assuming I don't know if you guys are staying out the whole night with her or not, you're going, but
Stay up if she's
I'll
up.
stay as long as I have to.
We're team
Yeah, so-
players.
it's kind of like, and it gets to the point where like the songs get stuck in your head as you're completing it and all that, just singing it, and it kind of like goes full goes full circle like once or twice between the like, oh cool, the song kind of sucks. Wait a minute, and then you're all like, soon my well, and then back to like, ah, that fucking song can't get out of my head. Can't get it out of
Can
my
you play
head.
the third one again? I only
Soon
remember
may the-
2 lines, and I really would like more than 2 lines repeating in my head.
Yeah, that's the only thing that like gets to you by like the time that you start to see the sun starting to rise.
Start getting a little bit drunk and just singing with Brunin, but like the totally wrong words.
Soon will Grumsh come, and
And the
kill
night
our
takes us
enemy.
all.
Yeah. And then at this point, like Yellerina's like, that's not how it goes. That's not it.
How did you know? I thought my voice was beautiful. I think I should be the bard.
Should get Reggie out here. She starts singing, who knows what happens.
Probably
To
just
have a
all
whole
start
little
crying
band
again.
going.
Come
So
on.
I know you guys had plans for multi-classing, but I think we should all take a level in Bard
Done.
and
Say
be a
no more.
traveling band for a
Just
little
carry
bit,
the
you know?
band.
Yeah. Welcome to the new Mates of Fate live.
God.
Yeah.
You gotta get that like metal font. The one you can't
Yep.
read.
Just, oh God. Where it just looks like a bunch of twigs just all like, thrown into a pile.
Folk.
So, I'll say this, that the rest of the night does pass uneventfully. Being on this fairly remote part of whatever, coast you're on.
How
And-
tall is the sword sticking out of the sand?
It's massive. Yeah. Oh God, I'd say stone, about 8 feet tall. Maybe like so probably considering that like it's in the sand, probably stands about 6 foot. But full on be like 8 foot.
Wow.
It's pretty wide. Yeah, it's a massive sword, right? Like at sort of like towards the guard, it's talking probably about as thick as your wrist, all the way to a razor point at the edge. Masterfully created, but now you see that it's just this massive piece of stone. It would even be impressive if it were carved out of stone, but knowing it was still an impressive monument. The light starts to come back up over the east, and it's that slow rise. And you see, as it starts to come up, there's a point that you're just doing the last parts of your ritual. And the water starts to, wash up, and you see there's this sort of point around it where the water doesn't hit, where it seems like it should, and it just splashes up as though it's crashing against this glass sphere that's not there, and then falling back. A bit of light comes and hits, and as it does, you see this momentary faint cage of golden light. Like, blink and you'd miss it, kind of like it was this suspended intricate bird cage, like golden silk and floss, like drawn across this massive sphere, catching the light in the morning. And in a moment, it's gone. But it's not. It's still there, absolutely. But then it's at that point that you guys all see this incredibly intricate weave, the day's work of Zara's hands, and you have an appreciation for a cleric's not just throwing, bits of sage out on the ground. It's just like there's true artistry to the devotion and the care that she took to make sure that every single inch of this space is sacred now. So, I think that's where it stands as of now with the space. Maybe you return to it, maybe you don't. But that's where it stands at this point in time.
Not everyone will know what is the value of the space, the importance of the sword, it's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Make a... Say this. Make either a survival or religion check.
Me.
You or anyone.
Survival.
Zara, maybe it is just a bunch of, stories that Adrax's people tell. You could swear that on the horizon you see this faint twinkle. You were there all night. You don't remember seeing that one. It's a new day. You have plans to plot. You have courses to take. You have a prisoner to save. World to save. So, you also have to figure out where the hell is this beach that you guys just left.
Brunin puts his finger on his tongue and puts it up in the air, tries to get a sense of direction. Where are we?
Delorena kind of looks and points to the sun. Well, that just rose, so I think that's east. And also, based on where it came from before it came here, we're still on Regana, but kind of on the far, far eastern edge of it. Not too far, probably a few miles away from the mansion, if you wanted to go back.
Almost seems right now to go back and fix their whole council problem.
I doubt they'd still be there.
But we did promise we'd help them.
Did you learn anything from all of that?
We have it narrowed down to 2.
What were you thinking?
No, wait. I had it narrowed down to 1, because I don't know what Bruno knows. I don't like that Asgaladriel Gandalf. I think he's a little too obsessed with ancient Teleorgatha and the songs. Also, he's trying to bring Krishtakian, representatives in to set up temples in Higrizel. I do not care for that.
Oh, wait a minute. How does he know about Teleorgatha?
When, where we're originally from, in our own timeline, he hired us for some expedition to go exploring what are now the ruins. Me and Brunin. I think he was looking for the songs.
Alright, sounds like a pretty valid reason to suspect him, but is there anything else? Any proof you have, or?
Don't like him, and he's working with, the Fergandali, and they fucking suck.
Maybe you could try and tail him, or, search his correspondence, something. Maybe if you know... do you know anyone in the city who'd be good at, following him? Maybe, snatching some of his mail? Something.
I think we do know such an urchin.
A young entrepreneur.
Young Poglo.
Right,
Did you guys have any other thoughts?
There's someone I'd like to have a few words with myself.
Malik says, I'm here anytime, bro.
Not you, Malik. Always thinking about yourself.
Yeah.
We have to probably pay for all the damages your Kestrel Ferret did to that hotel room at some point.
It's probably ruined. I miss him so much.
Yellorena, you found one.
I did. And he's pure white, just like Darling Feather was. Oh, I can't wait for you to meet him. He is exquisite. He is the best, goodest boy.
I think I might be able to find out if he's a direct descendant of Darling Feather.
Right. Sorry if that was a little insensitive on account of...
Oh,
Anyway, you're gonna love him.
right. Of course.
Do you think you could, Zara? You just, like, ask him, or...
There's like a little ritual I need to set up, but I could learn a lot about him.
That'd be really cool. I mean, what are the odds in that be another pure white kestrel ferret?
Yeah, how many kestrel ferrets do you even think are in the material plane?
Darling Feather was the first one I ever saw.
He wasn't here, right? He was in the Underdark, right?
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's good. Glad you found him. Sarah, whenever you do feel up to it, just let me know.
Yeah. I'll be the first one I come to.
Thank you. Well, up to you if you want to head back now, or I mean, we can take all the time we need.
Who did you want to have words with?
There was a man. He was walking down the hallway before he found Reggie. I believe his name was Colbert.
Frankinson?
Yep, Colbert
I believe
Rincanson.
that was it.
Yep.
Canson.
Hmm.
Something seemed off when I was walking past him. He was walking as if in a hurry, away from where Reggie had just entered.
Yeah, that's weird that you found him, but he wouldn't have.
Mm-hmm. I think he knows something.
It's worth checking out.
Hmm.
So, Cathedral of Sands then?
I
Oh
think
yeah,
so.
in Yellow Arena, you were supposed to duel a mage to the death like 2 days ago, but, you know, we could hopefully take a rain check on that fucking guy.
Yeah, he can be pissed at me another day.
Yeah.
Lucky bastard can be alive. Not in the fucking mood for that.
Right.
I mean, what a prick, right? Like,
I mean, he was such a douche.
Definitely.
at this point, Reggie comes out of the feather house, and she's got like just some cups of, not just like porridge, like oatmeal, with a bit of honey and cinnamon. Kind of hands it out.
Good girl. Thank you.
How are you not cold out here?
Zara made quite the breeze. That is how spells work. I understand things. We should probably let Zara get to bed. We should probably all get to bed.
Yeah,
Indeed.
seems we're kind of in a different sleep cycle now.
I don't mind having an extra, but, you know.
We should make our way in the morning, though.
Or evening.
Yeah, what is
Ugh.
it now? The sun did just rise. This afternoon.
It's morning.
Huh?
Right, no, it's definitely morning time. That the sun, unfortunately.
Move on in the late afternoon, and then we'll just readjust. It's fine. It's
Just keep
fine.
pushing it back 2 hours like every day.
Right.
All right. So, what are you doing?
Bed.
You going to bed?
Zara needs rest, right?
All right,
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, I could also sleep in the feather house while you guys slowly walk back across the island.
It's true.
Leave us to do all the hard work.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because this was easy work.
I didn't say
Hang
anything.
here.
All right.
Looks like you were waving your hands for
No, it's
24
fine.
hours.
Fine. So you guys go to sleep. It's fine.
He never let us sleep this much.
We're gonna get back, and everything's
I'm
just gonna be destroyed.
Yeah.
The earth is gone.
Oh no, it's like you guys are going to sleep and all that. I'm just like, tick, okay. Sleep again. Talk. All right. It's fine. It's fine.
Good.
So,
Can we pause here? I do have to
Yeah.
use the restroom.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Meet back in 5.
Yeah.
Back in five.
Mikey, you gonna pause the stream?
Yeah. How do I do that?
Now everybody knows you gotta go potty.
I'm fine leaving the stream running if you want. We'll just turn our cameras off.
Yeah, I'm just gonna turn my camera off. All right.
Okay, see you guys in a minute.
Where? There it is.
Stream looks terrible now.
It's fine.
Yeah. All right.
For everybody
I'll be
who
back
is
in a
here.
minute. Yeah.
For everyone who is still tuned in and everything, thank you guys so much. Appreciate it and love you guys. Do this pretty much every other Thursday, I think, and then different campaign that Mike runs every other Thursday. So it's oh my god, yeah. And if the stream feels like it's kind of, you know, a lot of conversation about, you know, a lot of role playing about something that you don't know what the hell's going on, it's because we're about 3.5 years into a campaign, and pretty important NPC just died, so it's kind of a funeral session that you're joining in on. Sorry, but more importantly, thank you for being here with us tonight. Yep. Now I gotta figure out how I'm gonna kill every. Right.
There has to be a way to pause the stream, right? Or
Yeah,
maybe-
Sarah
maybe
did it
not.
last time.
People, people are watching us like, what a bunch of idiots. God.
No, I think we should. There's a separate overlay we can use. Sorry that we're having this discussion on a live stream, but there's a
Yeah. Hi, everyone.
hello. Thanks for
You should see the stream right now, what it looks like. Hold up. It looks like...
I can just look at the stream.
Oh,
Anyway,
yeah, you
there's a Be Right Back overlay we can use for this, and then I can play the girl from Ipanema as I do. Four viewers. They're probably the four of us, isn't it?
Yeah, probably. No, we've had quite a few in there. I think it's the most we've ever had, actually.
Yeah, I think so too. Hi,
Yeah.
Ogren272. Hi, Bacon Fox Alpha.
Yeah.
Hi, Droop Dog. Hi, Electrical Longboard. Hi, Extra More. Hi, FTO Pair. Hi, Go With Him. Hi, Have This Too. Hi, Ice Wizards. Hi, Joint Effort. Hi, Silly Gnome 225.
I wonder if Silly Gnome is a...
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. But also
Hey,
probably
Dr.
not.
Panda.
Hey,
Oh,
Dr.
that's my
Panda.
friend.
Oh, it's your friend.
Hey, thanks for
Yeah.
being here. Oh, our stream is really messed up right now. Oh,
I
wow.
know.
Yeah, it's really cursed.
We need to put up a Be Right Back screen for this. Bacon Fox Alpha. DM said he was going to figure out how to kill you all when you went potty. Interesting.
Oh,
Interesting,
development.
Matthew.
One quick shot.
I'm hurt.
And now the cat is here. Cat stream.
Well, I mean, your camera's not on, so we'll take your word for it. You can't hear Matt?
He's muted himself.
Oh, yeah, he's muted. In Discord, you're muted.
There we go. Now
Yay.
you should be able to hear me. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
So I
Yeah.
think, Isabel, you just gotta come back on video and then we're good.
Yeah, like,
No
2
rush
seconds.
though if you're doing something. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
our
fine.
stream
Yeah, no,
has-
you're good.
I was just saying, I let you guys know I'm trying to kill you every single session.
What would Jester say? You pooping?
Oh God, I love that.
Yeah.
That whole entire bit. Okay, well, I just want to buy a safe. Or like a box, you know? Technically.
Hey, Adventures. Good work today.
Yeah.
Sleep tight. I'll kill you in the morning.
Yep. So. Oh yeah, this is everybody. Okay, cool. Alright, so as we take a break, you guys in game
Take a
take a break to go to sleep again. So, because of that, Draxa, make another religion check.
One.
Okay.
With my modifier. 1.
You're plagued by nightmares. Rest. And you see a dark sky. The stars themselves, first glowing. Pockets of them glow brighter. You start to see them strangely move. One first starts to shift a little. Then another one shifts sort of up. They start to twist and swirl. And then they're all moving quickly, fastly. And you hear someone shout in Orcish, "Shields!" Around you, a clatter as they all throw up their armaments, their shields. And you see, as the stars suddenly reveal themselves to be burning arrows flying through the sky, they come down, cut through, soldier after soldier. Forward! We should be on those hills by now, you hear. The voice unsettles you. You look, and for a second in the darkness, you see his face illuminated. Just momentarily, the scar up his face. It's Frostwolf. He looks, turns, and sees you. Stonehammers! Your shield! Where is it? Look what you've done! You look to your side, and on your side that should have been your shield arm, you see your hand is empty. You feel exposed, vulnerable, naked. You look to your left, and there, lying on the ground, you see Avra lying. An arrow, her lifeless eyes staring off. You look to your right and see Gruck. Behind you, Reggie, Brunin. In front of you, you see Zara, Malik. You see your mother. No, you see Yellow Reina. You see this massive form stepping forward. It raises up what looks to be this great club that then, as it comes down, you see it come as a sword, slice at the ground, but before it can cut you in half, you see that it crumbles to stone as Drevstoa's head in stone falls, crashes to dust in front of you. You look back to Frostwolf. He's, he trots his steed over to you. Slow, taunting thing. He's massive, far bigger than you ever remember him being. He looks down on you. Weak. Weak. Constant vigilance. Wait, his voice is not his. It becomes a sickening blend. His Krushtak. Weak. Weak. Blade. And then you see his face take on a likeness of Grumsh. Weak. Weak. All the voices, the bodies around you strewn. Their faces don't move, but you still hear them. Weak. Weak. All of them chanting in this sickening chorus, some of them screaming, "Why? Weak! You could have done more!" And comes this horrifying thing. You look up, another flash of stars. Make another religion check.
15.
Okay. As you see these lights like arrows coming, you then see this star flash overhead, similar to that one you saw from west to east. As it flies past through this cloud of arrows burning through the ether, you see it and they just are brushed past. The figure of Frostwolf and the shades around your ground immediately, like smoke, disappear. Another voice. You hear it kind of, and then you have this sense of a silhouetted figure. You can't quite see this. It's only this sort of spectral outline. It reaches out a hand. Do you take it?
Yeah. Yeah.
To try, mate with failure, again and again, to suffer and stand up again and again, to breathe life. Your comrades, all you can know is death and failure, is not weak. It's the true heart of strength. Endure. Tracks of Stormhammer. Endure. Find me. Fades away. Brunin. Make a wisdom save.
Okay. wisdom save. Hold on. Doesn't really matter. There we go. 13.
It's better. Okay. You're dreaming of actually pleasant memory. You you were, it was around fall harvest, and a lot of the gourds and vegetables were ready for picking, and you took your son out. Everything kind of, he was still a bit young, but like toddling for sure, not quite walking quite on his own, yeah, but standing up and then taking a few steps and then falling down. It was almost, at first, your first thought was like, I don't have time for this. I have to do all this work, and there's a show tonight, and I can't. All right, fine, I got him.
Come on, Brunner, help me.
Daddy. Look. And he points, and you see what looks to be like a bird, but it's actually like, in your dream, it becomes a rabbit, and then it starts to run around. And you start to remember other details that don't quite mesh with it. And it's just one of the strange dreams. It's a blend of things, blend of places. And you remember there's a spot on a hill. Maybe you're remembering it off. Maybe it's your own father. But you feel this moment of, you're there with Brunner, and you've put him in the wagon with a, leaning up a little pumpkin behind him for support for his back. And you lead him up to the top of this hill. Say, all right, buddy, you ready? Daddy! Push him down. And he starts to go fast, and for a second you think, oh God, oh no, what have I just done? And then the wagon flies up. It's off. This other memory you have comes back, and suddenly it's not that it's in the same kind of weird way in a dream. It's not that you pushed him in the wagon, but now you yourself are in the wagon in his place, and kind of switched identities. You feel like you're him. You have this flashback to a memory in a sled. Fields are snowy. It felt like you went so hot. Think about family, think about home. You miss it. Right. The rest of your sleep, I would say, passes uneventfully. Malik sleeps like shit, just cause. But he's also a elf, so he doesn't really need to.
He meditates like shit.
It's all that snoring. I should have fucking put this room on the other side of the house. All right.
We created this house with our brains. You could have made better soundproof walls.
He didn't realize how badly he snored. He thought maybe that's just the caverns echoing in the Underdark, but no. So
in his defense, our brains are bad.
Yeah, it was yeah. Here's pretty much like a genie wish house, and it's like, make mine a hut, but shittier. Yeah.
Mine is perfect in every way. I don't know what you all are complaining about.
So, you continue to piss around in the, feather house, kicking rocks. What are you doing? You wake up. So it's at this point, I would say, again, mid-afternoon. Day 3 since the party.
Are we ready?
Probably start, yep.
I'm gonna go back to that party, see if there's any what were they, the rabbit steaks left there.
We'll just tell them we're hungry.
That probably won't go great. I like Yellow in his idea of tailing as Galadriel Gandalf. See what we can dig up on him.
Should we go back to the city then?
Let's find a Kimise first, and then find Boglo.
And then what?
And then find Boglo. I think he'll be our kid to do some
tail
tailing.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kid's got it.
He's got a network of urchins. I like it.
Who are we
Not-
finding first?
Super
Not a
cheap.
lot of 8-year-olds who run a town. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, first we need to find a Gimeze because I miss him so much, and hopefully he hasn't. We're going to owe a significant amount of the bill in that hotel. They probably will not let us stay there again.
All right.
How do we get back? How far is it?
Gotta walk back past the mansion.
Yelorena looks. Well, it's Regana. I mean, it's up to you. I can try to fly back, or you can try to walk. But I mean, I'd have to take the feather outside.
Let's walk. We'll get some fresh air and we'll see what we can see on the way. I don't want to miss anything. Also, maybe there's still monsters left on Regana. We should probably slay them if there are. You know.
I'm ready. Brennan slings his bag over his shoulder, sheaths his short sword.
Throw my axe on my back.
Okay. Give me just a moment as I try to load this map.
Oh, rip.
Wait, hopefully it works. Let's see.
While I'm doing that, if everyone could roll
Initiative.
Already.
perception.
Oh, perception.
I can't. My fantasy grounds is 100% a map. Can I give you a D&D Beyond roll?
Oh yeah, hold on. Sorry, let me try to make this smaller and stuff.
All right. 19.
I rolled excellently.
5.
24.
Okay. With that, I'd say that you. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say map doesn't seem to be loading. If you want to put it into Discord, I can bring it up in there.
Oh yeah, let me do that too while I'm at it. 1 second, because I'd say it doesn't necessarily need to be masked or anything too, because that just will break the stream. Just a moment.
Okay. I'm just going to adjust the stream. Excuse me.
Got any tunes that are kind of foresty?
Oh, sure. Uncle.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Ghana.
Oh, didn't we have this issue last time? Can't you like sync sheet or something? Didn't that do it? I forget.
Oh yeah. Let
Did something
me
last time.
try.
Fixed
Hold on.
it. Yeah.
Share record, sync client view. We'll try
Something like that.
preload image. We'll try that.
What's the name of this map? Oh, Forest. Right.
Forest 30 by 31. So, all right, and you guys are starting. If I can find.
Oh yeah, it's not working. I'll just pull it up in Discord.
All right. So, you guys are starting more or less on the northeastern part of this map, towards the just above that little creek, that little river running through. So, it's pretty dense-looking forest, not quite the terraced vineyards that you saw back. It seems like this part of the island is just slightly untamed. So, with that perception check, I'd say that you find you're able to see a pretty clear path across this stream. See, there's a couple options. You could try and hop across just below where you are, where the grass comes down towards those ferns, which would give you good access to the southern route along the cliff
sorry?
line. What's that?
I can't see our token, so where are we?
Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah, 1 second. Let me try and do a screen print.
Oh, thanks.
There. You are in the top right.
Okay.
There you are. So you see two routes. You can go across the stream just south where you are to that little peninsula and try and through the ferns to go the southern route along the cliff faces, or you can try and go up ahead through some of those trees and some like it's a little steeper, but there's a tree trunk kind of sloping upwards across the stream to a higher elevation, lower on your side of the river, but a little higher. The tree itself looks kind of slicked with ferns and moss and other plants. There's just different routes you can take.
How deep does the stream look? Ish.
Right where you are, not too bad. But it does get to be like maybe a foot, couple feet in places.
Okay.
Down below, or like towards the lower part of the map in the center, it does get quite deep, like almost like a little pond in there.
Then, you
Right,
guys
so
have a preference? Tree or water?
we're trying to go west, or which way is our end goal? Can we tell?
West, but you're not sure if it's towards along the stream or you're just generally heading westward. So,
Can I tell what kind of animals live in this wood?
yes, make a survival check.
Thank you. I'm gonna have to do that in D&D Beyond again.
That's fine. I would also allow nature if you prefer.
Thank you. No, 13 for survival.
Okay. What you recall hearing about the kind of tussle that Tassels got into is that he was mauled by an owlbear. Poor thing.
I know.
Yeah, so water then, maybe?
We can dig an owlbear. They're not much bigger than I am. He's just a little rug.
But I do have a
We could
full rest
avenge
now.
him. We should find the owlbear and we should avenge him. But let's move a little quietly.
All right. Heading south. Stealth checks all around, please.
All right.
At this point, I have gotten a long rest, right?
Yeah. You guys. None of you should be exhausted. You should be at full health.
14.
9.
11.
All right. You think you hear something. It's kind of like rustle in one of the nearby trees. Could be nothing. Could be just a bird. Something larger. Perception check.
Oof.
13.
You're not sure.
24.
Draxler, you saw it looked like it was just a bird. Everyone is just being skittish. So, you make your way across the. You get to the edge of the water. It's close enough that you don't have to. You know, it's a wide jump, but you're not going to get your boots terribly wet leaping across here. So you jump across one after the other. Soon enough, Malik just runs across because he can. And then
Show off.
you guys find yourselves like amid some pretty large, almost like elephant ear sized ferns and plants that are just, low lying and just enjoying some of the shade of the larger trees that are tall and making up the bulk of the canopy over. The shade actually feels lovely after the stretch of like almost like beachside meadow, like sand dunes that were between you and the water. Now you've gotten to the point where like you finally find some shade. It's comforting, as that sun was starting to get a little bit hot. The sun, as you can tell, is starting to go west. Shadows cast are, getting not quite low, but you also get the feeling that it's not a place you want to remain too terribly. So, from here, you see fairly lovely looking lagoon. the water looks fairly clear. You can see pretty deep down. It goes deep, so it gets to a point where you just can't see farther in.
Yep.
But-
And-
Is everybody with us, or did anybody stay in the feather house?
Reggie and Yellerena stayed in the feather house because
Okay.
when you said that you didn't want her to fly you over, she was just like, "All right, fine, sit yourself." And Reggie was like, "I'll be safe in here, probably."
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So,
That
yep.
changes how reckless I am for what we do next.
Yep.
Sorry, Bruno. What were you gonna say?
Brunin just takes some of the water. So we're just standing at the edge of this lagoon.
Yep.
Yeah. Just cups his hands and takes some water, just splashes it on his face and washes his face.
Okay. It's cool, refreshing, very nice. It's just fresh water. And just it does have like this, like kind of like nice effect. You're starting to break a sweat, and now just get it all.
It's cool, refreshing, wet even.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
What you say?
14.
Okay. That log doesn't look right.
What log?
One that's moving towards you guys.
Oh, guys.
What is that?
Brunin gets
Why
up
is that
quickly.
moving?
Brunin picks
Easy.
up a... Sorry, go ahead.
You
Brunin,
saw it.
Brunin picks up a stick and throws it at the log.
Goes under.
Under
Seems
the-
odd that a little stick would be enough to make a log sink. But who knows? So, what are you doing?
Guys, I think there's something in the water.
Ooh.
All right.
It's moving. I don't see it now. It was there just a second ago. I threw something at it.
Why would you do that? Like, this is not our problem. Let's just get away from the water.
Malik, why don't you go check it out?
I'm not
Wait,
checking it out. I'm not the one who threw a stick at the thing in the water.
How high are the cliffs next to us? Next to the water? Are they
Uh,
scalable?
Each one goes up probably about 10, 12 feet.
Can we climb them?
You can. You can try and work your way around. It's not impossible. It's not impossible, but
I also have control
Definitely
water
challenging.
prepared. We could just part the water and walk through.
Could you please?
A little taxing, but I think I can do it.
Thank you.
All right, Moses. All right.
Okay. All
I
right.
don't like how excited Matt is about it. I'll
I'm
be
like
honest.
that
Yeah. You just made the DM
Oh,
smile.
boy.
Uh-oh.
All right. Stretch for this. Okay.
Uh-oh.
So you part the water, and it does indeed, start to part. And it's actually kind of cool. You see the ground itself is still wet and muddy, but not soaking wet. It's like even like the moisture from the sandy bottom of the lagoon has started to like sap out, to leave like just like damp sand. Yeah, you see now there's a clear path heading. I'll just draw more or less. Second, let me get you another screen print so you can see kind of the
Thank you.
situation with the thing. So you now can see there's like a fairly clear path from the one side of the lagoon to the other. Not too bad. Like the walls themselves, like at the deepest parts, you can see that this actually goes down probably about a good 20 feet, maybe 25. It's deep at like the center. Most of it's probably pushing around 13, but I guess it'd be a pretty deep lagoon.
Okay, well, I couldn't do the math. I thought that's what you were using shape water on. But thanks.
Okay.
How big a deal is it to burn another one?
It's concentration. I can have it up for an amount of time, for 10 minutes, so we can just keep picking new spots.
Great.
Okay. So, are you walking across or?
Let me look at the reference image again. Okay, I mean, yeah, is this where you want to cross, or do you want to go down the little peninsula and part the water there?
I mean, if you could just give us a walking path straight across.
Yeah, okay, let's do that. Yep.
Okay. You start to cross. Stealth check, please.
That's how Matt
Yes,
drowns
we
the fuck out of
start-
us.
I get hit once, the spell drops, we all die.
Did you see what we just
Oh
did?
my god.
Me and Sarah just got nat 20s.
So
stealthy.
Sorry,
Brunin.
I was getting the new image up. What was it? A stealth check?
Yep.
Oh gosh.
Rude.
All right.
Oh,
He's in the middle. We
You
had him in the
guys-
middle.
I'll say that you guys
I
make
ruin
it.
everything.
No, it's fine.
That's why we call you Brunin.
No.
I would say with that Zara and Adraxa, you guys make it across smooth sailing. Brunin, make a perception check.
Okay. Yep. 11.
Okay, it's enough. It's enough to see the shadowy form swims past, and not as you thought, crocodilian in shape. Something different, something unsettling. The shape of it. It sort of moves in a way that seems unlike anything else you would expect to see in this world.
Mhm.
It's settling. The limbs, multiple limbs, this thing kind of swimming out, almost looks like a frog swimming for a moment, until you notice that there's more than just the, arms and legs.
Guys, this doesn't look right. Do you see that?
What?
There.
What?
Where?
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
In the water.
Brunin.
All right. Okay. All right. 23.
Okay, good. So you're able to, see it and duck in time as this thing just kind of like immediately swimming. And then you see it hold out all its limbs, almost like this star-like pattern. And then quickly presses that, its silhouette becomes small, but it moves quickly towards you as you see this horrifying looking worm-like, squid-like thing just propel itself towards you.
Oh. No.
And with that, I need you to roll initiative.
So gross, though. I don't want to bite it. No, wait.
Oh yeah. 25.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh. Can I fight the god instead, please?
Oh, hell yeah. 4.
23.
This is fine.
Okay.
Why do we have to fight all the weird shit Matt finds on Pinterest?
Sorry. Also, if you're a wonderful, wonderful artist out there on Pinterest whose artwork I just get inspired by, thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. And I'm going to drop you guys where you would be. Give me just a moment.
How big is this thing?
You can see it, so it's big.
It's big. I'm not even gonna open the original, see it full size. I'm so squicked out by that thing.
All right, hold on. Let me get the map for you guys to. It sucks that it doesn't let me just. Mind you that there is currently, I would say, a 10-foot opening for that water kind of around you guys, because I know like there's limits to what shape water can manage as far as how many gallons and so on and so forth. Fudging the numbers a lot because I don't have patience for that kind of. But anyways, there you are.
Oh no. Oh, that's worse.
Yeah, so I can affect water in like a 100-foot cube.
So I'd say that you're okay. Yeah, you're fine then.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there's some specific aspects that require like a certain amount of water or a certain depth of water.
It's fine. I think we're fine. We'll say that like you're making kind of like a channel, and then like as you guys were walking across, it hardened enough for you. That's fine. Yeah. So this thing tries to lash out and just ends up like going from one side of the channel, propels itself through the wall of water, stumbles a bit. Its tentacles kind of like almost like sound like they were arms like a gorilla's, just clamping onto the ground and pulling itself forward, and then it splashes into the water on the opposite side and then just swims around again. So
I see it now. That's not an owlbear.
okay, Brunin, you're up.
Okay. So Brunen's going to pull out his Blissbringer,
Okay.
and he is going to try to stab it.
All right, go ahead.
All right. All right. So with the Blissbringer, stab. All right. So I'm just going to roll it here. So it is 1d20 plus 8. Okay, 13. No, that's
13.
not. That's not a d20. Hold up. Sorry. Okay, not one.
Nat one. Yeah, it misses.
Great. So I can't really see the map. I'm trying to juggle a few things here.
I know. It's right next to you, so.
It's right next to me. Can I? All right. Yeah, I don't want to get out of range. So, all right, I'm good. I'm just gonna stay right where I am.
Is it in the water or in the dry part that Zara made for us?
It's in the water. Like it had like fallen into the water, like kind of went from the north side of where Bruin was, that little like deeper part of the lagoon, or almost like a deep alcove, and then like swam through, burst out towards.
Okay.
He ducked in time and it. So I would say that was his surprise round, and like it fumbled through the dry part and then ended up in the other part.
Okay.
So.
Right, but we're not swimming, right? And long.
No, you guys
the
are
moment.
dry. You guys are
Alright.
currently dry.
For now. Okay.
Yep. I mean, Malik is standing on the water on the other side because he was just doing the step of the wind monkey bullshit to run across. But also, he's on the opposite. He's on the north half of the water versus the south half.
Okay. Sweet.
All right.
I realized that all my useful spells are concentration, but control water is also concentration.
And useful. Okay. I will see this, and I'm just so sick of this fucking island. I'll break into a rage. Whip my whip my axe of storm hammers at it. This is great. We haven't had combat in so long. I missed it. Oh no.
Alright.
No.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it just as it's like moving fluidly through the water, it's hard to like to get a solid hit on it. It's like trying to chop wood, but the wood keeps falling off the block. And
All right. Well, that
Alright.
makes me extra angry. So for my extra attack, I'm gonna try to hit him even harder. See if I can take a limb off.
That's a
22 to hit.
All right. Yeah, that'll
Yay.
hit. That'll hit.
Neat. 16? 16 points of
Alright.
slashing damage?
Yeah, that's a good
as
hit.
good as that could have gone.
You hear this
Okay.
like sort of like sickening high pitched shriek from the water. All right.
Cool. Thank you.
All right. With that, the creature is going to move a bit closer and not stepping out of the water, but you just see its tentacles kind of like fly forward. So first, it's going to actually it doesn't even have to move closer to you. It can just hit you. It's long reach, man. The first attack goes and tries to strike you, Adraxa.
That's fair.
That's going to be a hit. All right, so you take 2d4 bludgeoning as it's one of the pincers on the end of these tentacles just comes and clips you on the shoulder. As it does, oh man, you are actually currently grappled.
Yeah.
All right.
Poison track.
Yeah. No poison track.
God.
Now it's also going to. Yeah, it is actually going to move forward. It's going to attack you, Brunin.
Stay back.
That's a hit.
Oh.
Your AC is a 16.
Mine?
Yeah.
Vernon's.
You are also grappled. As this pincer just comes in, kind of like wraps around you, and then just grabs you, like almost like it's just like a sharp thing right around your arm, and it's enough that you don't want to move it, or because you feel like it's going to take your arm off. All right. Just check to see if it's 2 or okay. That's gonna be its turn. Oh, Yellow Rain is not here. All right, Reggie's not here.
Hey.
Zara, you're up.
All right, so I see this thing, come out of the water and grab both of my friends with tentacles. So I'm gonna go send a scorching ray at its exposed body parts.
All right.
Actions. So I have to make 3 attacks. So that's the first one.
I like that one.
Okay.
That's the second one.
20.
Third one.
Well, the first and the third hit. Yeah.
All right. So I guess one of those will go against each of the parts holding Brunin and Adraxa. So
Okay.
Brunin's damage. I guess the same creature, so it doesn't matter.
Well, so what I'll do is I'll give you guys maybe I'll give you half the damage you did. So a +4 and a +3, your choice to whom, for the DC check to get out of it.
Said Brunin first and then Adraxa. So
All right. So Brunin will have a +4 on his DC or on his escape, on a strength check for the escape, and Drax will have a +3 for whatever you roll.
all right, and I'll keep walking forwards and let the water close behind.
Okay. All right.
And
So
that's the
I'm going to move you guys a bit.
Great damage wise.
Say this is kind of the current state of it. So let me get you another thingy.
I'm in danger.
All right. So there, and this is probably a better way. I should have done it like this. This is kind of the state of that channel of water you guys were in.
Okay.
Cool, thank you.
Yep. Now, Malik is going to run the hell across because he wants no part of this. It's like
Sure.
he just does that thing where you're on, walking in the water and you think you step on a crab, so you just
I
he's
see what
gonna
he's trying to drag you under.
disengage and he just runs across. All right, that's his turn. Brunin, you're up.
All right.
You see the water start to fill in behind you.
Mm-hmm. And I am what? I'm directly next to him still, right? So I'm gonna.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm gonna run away from the water as it's starting to fill in behind me. But as I do, I'm running
You're
past.
first. No, you're grappled.
Oh, I'm grappled. That's right.
You're
yeah.
grappled. So you can roll. You have to beat a DC 14, I think, for the strength.
That's right. Yeah. So let me do that.
We just kind of get shaken around. Both of us ragdolls.
Yeah. Dex save, right?
It is actually strength, I believe. Or
Strength
DC.
save.
Wait, no. It says DC. Yeah, I think it's strength to break out.
14. Right.
14.
Nat 1
Oh.
again.
+4, plus an additional 4 for 9. No, unfortunately, it's just not enough. Even with it hitting, it's just not. Yeah, it's not able to. So,
Yeah.
damn.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, that's it, right?
Yeah. I mean, you can attack it while you're grappled, but that's
Yeah.
all you can.
Yeah, so I'm going to take another... I'm trying to pierce it again with my Blissbringer.
Okay.
One more time. So plus 8. Yeah, 26.
26.
That hits.
Yeah, that'll hit.
All right, and then damage is Blissbringer piercing. 1d8 plus 5. Oh, yeah.
By the way, you did take a long rest. Took 2 long rests, so the stacked bonuses are negated for the Blissbringer.
Yep. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Yep.
13 max damage on Blissbringer piercing. 13 damage.
Nice. All right. Solid hit, man.
Mm-hmm.
So you just pierce straight through, and you hear this thing, like, wriggling through the water and everything, and it starts to shake, but you can feel it's still got its pincers around you, and it's tight on your armor, and you can feel like one wrong jerk, and this thing is going to really hurt your arm.
Yeah.
So you just hate being grappled right now. Damn. Adraxa also grappled. DC 14 strength save.
All right. Well, good news is I'm raging, so.
Oh shit! Also, sorry, Zara, you
Yep.
should have gotten an attack of opportunity on you to see if you were able to move.
Okay.
But,
Yeah, go.
No, but it's okay. I don't want to. That's some bullshit.
Alright,
You guys
yeah.
wouldn't do that to me, so right?
I actually didn't. I forgot to use my sentinel attack, and I was like, I'm not gonna be a
Okay.
dick. So thank
So-
you.
Karma.
No.
Good.
Okay.
Yep, so,
Okay, cool. Does 21 break free?
yeah, you're currently free as you just.
All right. Well, that was really annoying. So I'm gonna make a reckless attack this time, so he will have advantage
Okay.
on me.
Okay.
So, fuck this guy twice. 22.
22.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that'll hit.
Yay. All right. I'm gonna remember to add my I'm gonna add my +4 this time, and I don't know how to do it in Fantasy Grounds. I'm sorry. Oh wait, yes I do. Yes I do. I can type it in manually. Sorry. Sorry, 'cause the computer's so hard. All right. Okay, so 18 points of slashing.
Damn, yeah, it's definitely looking hurt.
Cool.
But still holding up. It's still a big creature, so you just cleave in,
Good.
cut off I would say you cut off the pincer that had grabbed you.
Good.
But yeah, so it's just like this black ichor just starting to spray a bit and getting into the water and just making it cloudy.
Gross.
Okay.
Ugh. I'll make my extra attack to try and cleave off the tentacle that's it's got Brunin grappled.
Okay.
Help me.
That's a hit.
22. Yay.
Go ahead.
For 12 points of slashing.
Okay. So, and again, what I'll do is that will give Brunin +6. I'll do that for his attempt to escape.
Cool.
All right. Now the creature is going to Brunin. There's just this moment as you look at Adraxa as this creature pulls you into the water.
Mm.
All right.
Help.
You just see as it disappears with Brunin.
May I
Yes, you may.
may I try and prevent it from moving?
You may. Well, you may take an opportunity attack, but I don't. You would have to.
When
Yes, you
if
can
I
try.
if I hit
I
him,
don't-
his speed drops to 0.
You can try to hit him.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't think this can be reckless, so I got that. He's got that going for him.
Nice.
But that does
7.
hit.
So yeah, his
Okay.
speed drops to
Very
0.
well done.
Thank
Okay.
you. All right. So damage for that would be 5. No, 9. Wow. Nice.
Okay. All right. 9 points. Yeah, he's definitely looking hurt. With that, just
Don't you take our
Um,
bard?
at that point, you see it kind of the central part of its body comes out of the water for just a moment. You hear this hiss. It speaks in Infernal.
Oh,
Which
hello.
we can understand.
Yes.
Oh no,
Oh, these old bastards.
you don't belong here.
All right. It's going to then try to attack Brunin. That's a hit. Okay. Take 2d4 bludgeoning. All right. And it's going to hit you again.
Okay.
Okay. 13 points, and
Oh.
because you're grappled, it can use its tentacles will actually, you feel them start to cut in. I need you to make a DC 13 Constitution save.
Okay. 11.
No.
Oh shit. Okay. You're currently poisoned for 1 minute. Until this ends, you're paralyzed.
I'm grappled and paralyzed.
You are grappled and paralyzed. So as like you just feel this like on the little curved end of its stinger, you just feel this like, little needle, like this fang, comes in and just like gets you right on the arm, and it just immediate pain, like this. Oh god, like this feeling of like fire chasing its way through from your shoulder out into your chest, up shooting pain up your arm, and you just can't even begin to think about moving. Oh man. All right. Yeah, grappled and paralyzed. Now,
It wasn't even
that's gonna be its
poisonous until
turn.
I made that joke earlier. This is my fault.
No, it absolutely is poisonous. I'm sorry.
Brunin is just looking like a Draxa in the eyes, and that's all he can do. It's just like a dead
And you can see this thing
stare. Yeah.
Zara, you're up.
All right, so I noticed it spoke Infernal to me, so I am going to cast Sacred Flame at that bad boy. Check save from him.
He fails.
Oh,
All right,
yeah,
go ahead.
all right,
Roll
yep.
damage.
Oh shit, I still haven't reset this in Fantasy Grounds. Okay, so it's gonna do this, and then also this, plus another 4 damage.
Okay. Looking extremely hurt.
Alright, and then I will use my bonus action
Amen.
to cast Spiritual Weapon at 2nd level and take a little swing with that.
All right. Fortunately, it misses. It just kind of like skims the water. There's like
Damn it.
whirlwind of a like this windmill slash of a scimitar. No, unfortunately. Malik is going to like take a step forward as he starts to listen to the jungle and forest. You hear that?
Should cast it at 4th level.
Brunin, you're up. Actually, you're paralyzed. Make another. You can make another Constitution save. You have to try and break it.
Constitution save for the poison.
For the paralysis, for the paralysis. Okay.
13.
That's what you needed to beat it.
Yes.
So you're no longer paralyzed. Now you're grappled.
Can I do this? Do I do a save for the grapple now?
Yes.
Strength, right?
Yeah, it's a DC
What?
14 strength plus 6. Don't forget to add 6 because of the damage that Draxa did in the last attack on the
12. I'm still grappled. Oh my
You're
gosh.
still grappled. You're like, the pain. It's only like this like lightning headache that just breaks through your entire body, and then God, and then but now you like look at your position. You're trying to think like, how do I get this thing off of me without it biting me again? Yeah, you're still grappled. You can attack, but you're grappled.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack Blissbringer one more time. So I just. All right. So 24.
Okay. Yeah, that'll hit. Yeah.
All right.
Shit.
And then. Oh yeah. Was it plus 5? So 12. 12 damage.
12 damage.
Mm-hmm.
How do you want to do this?
So I come back from having been poisoned, and just still grappled, just take my Blissbringer, pull it back, and just, does it have eyes? Do I see eyes?
It has what you would imagine to be eyes.
Okay. I drive the Blissbringer between the two eyes and twist it. And then push it up vertically.
Red shriek. Oh, this just really nightmarish shriek that emanates from this thing is a sound that you probably wish you didn't cause it to make.
Ow.
As it dies, it does.
Okay.
Make a
I mean,
make a perception check for me.
me?
Yep.
8.
You can't see it because you're in the water. Anyone else wants to try?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
A halfling at the bottom of a lagoon can't really see above the 20-foot water wall beside it.
18.
21.
Zara, you get the best view. Coming through the forest, you can see just this shape. Large, lumbering shape that you thought was maybe part of the cliff wall. And now it's slow moving.
Maybe it's friendly.
Maybe.
The first glance you get of it, I'd say this. Adraxa, you see this.
Oh God, Matt. Oh, I hate it so much.
Zara, you see this. Where you're standing.
Oh.
It's a bad boy
Ow.
right there.
Oh, I don't want to fight it. I do. I don't. I
Bad
do.
boy. 0 out of 10. Alright.
Oh, God.
Okay.
I get heebie-jeebies.
All right. Okay. Now, that brings us to, let me kill that one thing. That'll bring us to Adraxa. Now, Brunin, you're no longer grappled as you killed the thing.
Yeah.
So I'll allow you to use your movement
Okay.
before you end your turn, but that's the only...
Okay. So where, can you give me, just because I
Oh,
can't
yeah,
see
yeah,
it,
yeah.
where-
Sorry.
what's
Let me give you an updated map as well.
Yeah,
Give me
just
the, give me the
that
mental
off my
image,
thing.
because I'm going between too many windows.
It's okay.
Too.
I wish it was working Fantasy Grounds. I'm sorry.
That's alright.
There you go.
Yeah, give me this
There
full
he is.
screen.
Okay.
How big is it, Matt?
It's
Big.
almost like I'm gonna say probably like one of those old Volkswagen buses.
Cool.
Maybe a little bit longer. It's big.
How big are the squares?
5 feet each, so it's 10 feet long by. It's big. Probably closer to. We'll say about like 18 feet long, right? It's about so pretty much a parking spot. We'll go with that. Just this
Okay.
big old thing that just kind of like. I mean, like when it's standing up, it's a parking spot. When it's, you know, when it's lying down on all, I'm not going to say all fours. When it's lying down on all 400s, it's going to be like probably closer to 20, 22 feet long.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna use my action, I guess, to dash to it. I can
You're
get
in
80.
so to be clear, that channel of water is about 20 feet tall where you are, and you'd have to climb up to the.
Like out around.
You'd have to climb to where Zara is, and then climb up a pretty steep hill. It's difficult terrain going up
Oh,
that
okay.
little ramp there, and then
Okay.
you have a cliff face, so it is close, but yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying there's no way you can get to it in this turn. You can at least get to dry land, for sure.
Should we restart it, Brennan?
So,
No. I'll figure
for
it out.
server.
I'll figure it out. Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. Keep going.
Okay. Can I get as far as I can get, I guess, through the difficult terrain?
Yeah, that's fine. So
Close
let me just
to
go
it.
through- What's your speed?
40.
5.
about rhythm, Mike?
It's working. Don't worry about it. Go ahead. I figured it out.
Okay, sorry.
I'd say you can get up to the top of this cliff face here. Let me again one more.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's okay. This is kind of what is going to happen, right? So you can get to about there, the cliff face where it is.
Okay. All right, that's good enough.
But that's dashing. So using your
Yeah,
full
yeah.
speed, like doubled. Yeah.
All right. I don't think I have a bonus action I can do. For my, no, I can't even do that.
Bear in mind that the whole rage thing goes with attacking
Yeah.
and all that. So
Yeah, I can't even punch myself in the face because dashing was my action. I guess I'll just sort of like yell at him to try and like draw him to me, like, "Rah, come on, fucker!"
okay.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. All right. That brings us to the creature, which will then turn around, seeing you. You hear this sickening sound. It comes forward, charging, almost like a sound like a gallop.
Good.
And it's going to attack you with this sort of like, it like raises up its arms and these sort of like forked like scythes for appendages. It's
Oh,
gonna
I
try
could have
and,
readied an action. That's a thing. Okay. Yep,
well,
that's fine.
no, because you were dashing,
Oh, I was
okay.
dashing.
Oh,
and it lands a critical hit.
Thank you. Oh no. A
It's gonna
30
be-
will hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so many damage.
So it does 2d8 plus 6 piercing for 30 points of damage. Ouch!
So much
as
damage.
you just come together. Yeah, this is it. Just
plus side, you're still
kinda, like,
raising though.
goes and like I'd say like you feel like as it reaches up its arms, you see them unfold, and it's like, oh, this thing is bigger than I expected. Oh fuck. Okay.
Much bigger. I thought it was
Now.
farther away.
Sorry, Zara, you're up.
All right. Is Brunin still where the water is? In the
Oh
water?
shit! I'm sorry. Well, yeah, this thing has a multi-attack,
Oh, good.
so it's gonna try again. Sorry,
Of course.
That's fine.
that's a hit.
God damn it.
Neat.
Okay. 14 points. And for its third attack,
What do you mean?
it's actually going to hurl flame. As you just see this
cool.
like little spout on the top of its head kind of like opens up, and you just see like this weird like sound like a brachiosaurus sneezing. Hurls it at you, Zara.
Oh,
Which
cool.
misses. Yep. All right.
Well, if
Um,
that's the case.
Brings us to you. You're up, Sarah. So,
Actually, may I make my sentinel attack since he attacked someone who wasn't me?
doesn't that person have to be within range of you, though?
Great question. When a creature within your makes an attack against a target other than you, you can use
Okay.
your reaction.
Yep, you can.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, God. 21.
That'll hit.
Thank God. Partially resisted or boned. Okay, thank you.
All right, Zara. What are you up to?
All right. Well, first off, so is the Horn Devil still? Oh, it's next to Draxa now, right?
Oh, wait, you should. It's...
The Horn Devil.
Yeah, it's right next to
Okay,
Drax
cool.
on that upper ridge. So
so
you
I
have to
do
climb
believe
up to get to it.
But I do believe my spiritual weapon can make that.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
Magic. Okay, great. So that's what
Oh,
I'll
wait,
say.
wait a minute. One more thing. Is spiritual weapon concentration?
No, it's not. That's what's awesome about it.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna try to get that bad boy with my spiritual weapon. Oh, you
He's-
fucking get
Fuck it.
Drax, man.
Get him.
All right, does this automatic? Oh, hell yeah, it does. Oh, you
So
thought.
many damages.
You
Nice.
thought. And then I'll be like, okay, Bruno, better start running. And I'm going to drop concentration on the control water, which gives me one more round from which I drop it before all the water comes back in.
All right.
And I'm going to cast Banishment. Okay.
Okay.
See if he saves.
Oh, he succeeds.
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh, man. Wait, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute.
He rolled that at advantage, which
Yeah.
is that what he's supposed to do?
Yeah. Wait, I think he
Yes.
has the resistance thingy for it. Hold on.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, he has resistance. He has advantage on saving throws against spells and other magic.
All right, well-
attacks, unfortunately, so.
And I'll just go like,
Yep. That was
shit.
close, but
And then I'll start climbing up the little edge.
that would have been really good.
Matt,
Alright,
can
so-
you? Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Can you heal him for 4? I accidentally added my rage bonus to his damage. and
Oh, yeah.
I was
that's
not
fine.
raging. Yep.
Yep, that's fine.
Oh,
that's
you're
fine.
not. Uh-oh.
All right. Zara, where do you want to be placed relative to him? On his right or next to Draxa?
Can I get all the
flanking?
way? Do you do flanking bonuses? No, it doesn't matter. I don't want to be within melee range of that guy, but I want to be up the cliff. So I guess I'll kind of be behind Draxa.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
just want to be out of the water.
Yeah, you're out of the water. I'll put
Okay.
you. A second.
Damn, that would have been really cool.
I know, it would have been dope.
I said back from whence you came, and he said no.
It's like, how about nah?
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay.
Well, yeah, this one. Whereas the other thing spoke in Infernally, this one just kind of it's just. So, that brings us to Malik, who's going to run up the side of this cliff face, and he is going to try to.
Y'all not looking so hard.
Yeah, he's going to try to hit it. Oh shit! Wait, he shouldn't be. That's why. He has a poison effect or something. Or oh no, that chain devil that he fought, or the one guy, that shit was still taking effect. No wonder.
Good times.
Sorry, 1 second. Okay, there you should be good. All right. Malik is going to try to strike with a quarterstaff. That's a hit.
Hey.
All right. Spend a key point for strike. Another hit.
Boo.
All right. Misses. All right, that's his turn. Brunin, you're up. As
All
the
right.
water starts to like,
Rush in towards me.
you can sense that it's starting to shake, and there's like just the faintest trace of magic that's holding it together.
Yeah, yeah. Bruden like looks to his left and right at the parted waters, just like puts his hands out and puts them inside the waves, and just starts running forward towards the rest of the party.
Did you just anime run through the?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So I'm just gonna move like my what's that? Be like what 25 feet, 30 feet to get to land or something.
Yep.
Get up on the shore there. All right.
Yeah.
And then just give me the context here or the visual. Malik is right next to this creature. Anybody else within 5 feet or within X amount of feet?
I am.
Yeah, Drax is. So let me clear some of these pointers and everything else into an updated map right now to where you can get to. 1 second. I'll say you run up this like kind of like almost like you're in a thin hallway in an aquarium, right? You're just running. There's water on both sides and it like
You're in the
arcs
shark tunnel.
upwards.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as you get out, you see them fighting this giant hellish lobster thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I can't cast Shatter, or Fireball.
You can direct things, right? Like
Yeah.
Seen him
Yeah.
try.
Well, can you do, just because I can't see it, 10-foot radius sphere? Would that encapsulate anybody?
depends on where you place it.
All right,
If you
I
center
place
it
it.
on him, yeah.
I get what you're saying. I'll place it a
Yeah,
little.
yeah, yeah.
I want to cast Shatter I want to cast it a little bit behind the creature.
Yeah, you can hit it. Just him. If you have to hit it on that ridge. What's your range on it though?
60 feet.
Oh yeah, you're fine. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine. That's like half the distance you need. So yeah,
Okay.
you're able to place it like above him to where like it hits mostly centered on the cliff, the tall cliff face above. Bits of rocks and everything will clatter down onto everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So
it'll hit.
he has to go and do a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Second. What's a DC?
It's
24.
Oh yeah, he succeeded then.
Okay.
So it's gonna be 68 halved, which I'll just roll that real quick.
Oh, every time you do that, you did the same thing last time, man.
What's that?
I thought you said 68.
Oh, 60? I talk too
Like,
fast. I speak too fast, yeah.
That's like 34, right?
Woo!
68. So 19 halved, rounded up, is it?
Down usually.
Down 9. So 9.
9.
9
All
damage.
right.
9 thunder damage.
Solid hit, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so that hits, and yeah, just bit of like the limestone and rock just clatters down.
Mhm.
Everyone pelted with like just sand on their faces. All right, man, it's a solid turn.
Oh lord, he's coming.
Sure,
Oh, no.
for sure.
We got a Drax.
Draxon, you're up.
Hello, Adraxa. Hates these creatures, whatever they are. We'll break back into a second rage of the day. And we'll make a reckless attack against it. So,
Yeah.
here we go.
That's a hit. Go ahead, roll damage.
Yay! All right. I think that will be 4. 9.
Big money.
Big money, partially resisted. Ah, that's only like 4 points. This thing does not like me.
Especially not big money.
All right, and I will make my extra attack. Same thing. Cool. 21 hits. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a hit. They should say it, but yeah, that's a hit.
I know. I feel bad rolling damage without permission. Okay.
All right. Anything else, or is that your turn?
That'll be my turn. Thank you.
All right. So with advantage
Correct. For all its attacks, just
against
Go to
you,
town.
anyways. So again, same thing. He's going to try and attack you with these like front appendages.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I guess not for this one, but for the next one, I'll do Warding Flare to give it disadvantage, so it's just regular.
Gotcha. Okay. So for the first attack, does that. So now the next attack will just be a straight roll.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait. Let me. Sorry.
Please.
And I
Let
have
me
phase
mark
weathered
it
and
down.
spells available to me.
All right.
So
21
many.
minutes.
Well, sorry.
Oh
I
no.
tried.
All right. For the next attack, it's gonna try again. Just straight roll. Oof,
27 will
another
hit that.
What's the point?
I might be going down, guys.
I'll
Right.
work on it. Good
With
lord.
its third attack, it's going to go. You see its tail suddenly, like whip up and tries to pierce Moloch through the neck.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
why is he so mean?
Oh
hit.
no.
Does 14 points piercing damage, and
Oh no.
he fails in his Constitution save. So now he's going to lose 3d6 hit points at the start of each of his turns due to an infernal wound. Each time the devil
Go for
hits
it.
that wounded target, it'll increase by another 10 or another 3d6.
Uh-oh.
So, although let me check Malik or Larry's monk shit, because I'm
You
sure
might have
he
monk
has some
shit,
monk
yeah.
shit. Purity of
Okay.
mind, wholeness of body. Let me just check that.
At some point they become immune to poison. I just
Mm.
don't remember when.
I think he's immune to poison. I don't know about infernal damage.
11th level. I'll look it up.
Malik's cooler than
but-
us.
May
He's
I
one
make
level
my
better than us.
sentinel attack, please?
Second. What level? And yes, you may.
Thank you.
My entire plan has just gone out. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing now.
Can you keep me alive?
Yeah,
Maybe-
that's definitely the first point of action. Don't worry.
Thanks.
10th level. So yeah, he should. Okay, so he's immune to poison.
Yeah.
Cool. Assuming that he went with the purity body thing, which he should have, I think.
Yeah, he's kind of stuck up
Yeah.
about it.
So I'll give him that then, despite the Constitution fail and all that. I'll give him.
Sentinel attack misses.
But now you guys know that he's got that thing.
Oh.
So. Sentinel attack misses. All right, that's his turn. Zara, you're up.
So, well, first off, let's start with the easy shit. I'm gonna, do another attack with spiritual weapon. That's just up. Oh. Okay. Oh, he's just regular wounded. Oh, jeez. Okay, so. Great. So I think I'll do a 5th level and I'll cast Mass Cure Wounds because I believe everyone's within 30 feet of me. So I don't know if I just have to roll this on all of you or here, I'm just gonna drain on Drexa first and see. Wow, that was kind of ass. I'm really sorry.
Take it. Thank you.
Yep, and then that also gets to go to Malik, and that also gets to go to Brunin. Alright. And yeah, that's really all I can do. Sorry.
No, we appreciate it. Thank you.
I wanted to get Spirit Guardians up. Damn it.
You still have your spiritual weapon, by the way.
I did. That was at the first attack.
Okay, that's
Did
right.
that not do the damage? Yeah, it did. The 19 force damage.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I was gonna say, yeah, he's looking hurt, but then I was looking at Draxa. Sorry.
Yeah, no,
Drax is looking hurt.
someone's looking hurt.
All right. So that'll bring us to Malik. He's gonna feel like the barb in his neck stumble a bit and just flex and everything, and then he's gonna pull out a feather from his pocket and say, "Fuck this shit," and just starts drawing a door.
Alex got like full health, and he's like, "I'm a dip, guys. Bye."
What? I just
No, he
closed the
should
door
have taken
behind him.
damage. I'm sorry, he
I
should have
healed
taken
him, I
damage
healed
from
him.
that early. Oh, that's right. But
Master.
he opens the door, yells, "Yellerina, get the fuck out here! We need you."
I thought I was going to the hot tub.
At which point, like, some of the other people inside the Feather House just look and see this thing and they're like, "Fucking God!" And
Don't
just
let it
starts,
walk
like,
in the
bleeding out.
house. Don't let it walk in the house.
It won't fit through the door. I mean, it might, like, but
Like,
that
small
can't.
blessings.
Yeah. All right, Brunin, you're up, as that takes Malik's action to do.
I've been on mute for like 10 minutes.
Oh shit.
Brunin pulls out his short bow, and he's gonna lobby off some of his splendid arrows. I think he has some left.
Good thinking.
Yeah, he does. All right, yeah, so he's gonna fire off a splendid arrow. It's going to be nat 1. Nailed it.
Big oof.
It hits one of the trees up above and gets stuck in the branches.
That's terrific.
That's it.
That's what I was aiming for.
Just trying to bring
Fair
the whole
enough.
tree down on him. Yeah, good thinking, good thinking.
Yeah, just a few more arrows, and it'll.
Come over.
God. Just trying to get him to look up, to distract him long enough to be like,
Yeah.
all right. That will bring us to Adraxa. All right.
Missing your only attack roll is like, I'm sorry, it's wildly dehumanizing.
I'm sorry, Mike, and I really am. But also,
I've never really felt like demasculated in my life because I don't really care, except when I roll a nat 1 in D&D.
just like the thing I wanted to do didn't do.
Yeah.
Well, but my sense of self-worth.
It's all right.
The
It's just
window.
like another 2 weeks or so until I'll get to play again.
Right.
Oh,
All right. Emboldened by the thought that Yellow Reina might be coming to help, although I wouldn't admit that to anyone, I will make another keyword reckless attack.
yeah.
Stupid.
Maybe
You
between
don't have to do this. You
Brunon's
don't have
cutting
to.
words and
Yeah.
my warding flare, we can stop it from absolutely murdering you next turn.
Thanks. That'd be great. Ah, it's what my
It's a hit.
stupid character would
Alright.
do. All right. At least he's resistant to all the damage I do.
Not all of it.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, I have magic. I'm too angry to think about it.
Yeah.
All right,
There is only rage.
just
All right.
anger.
Yeah,
All right, I can taste blood. All right, let me make my extra attack. Yay! Extra crispy. With a side of fuck you. All right,
Alright.
that'll be my turn. Well,
Yeah,
have at it.
you can move. All right.
That's what a coward would do.
So
So-
I want its spooky stabby attack to be the one that's just a regular roll if it attacks Adraxa with that.
All right. Okay. So if it's first going to try and use its front appendages to attack her, that'll hit. Oh shit! That should have been an advantage. I'm sorry. Let me try again.
See if you can hit me harder.
Yeah, that would also hit. So, but it's okay. So I'm getting him out of the way. Don't worry.
It's okay. Okay.
All right. I'll hit. For its second attack.
Yep.
Also with advantage. Same thing. Actually, it's going to attack you, Zara.
Thank you.
You're sweet to him.
That's fine. All right. Damn.
Okay.
that'll hit me. Rude.
Man, it's got some reach, huh?
Yeah, that's all right.
And for its
I haven't been hit yet, so I can take a little damage.
third attack, it whips around and it's going to try and use its tail against you.
Which is just straight now.
Yep.
Oh,
That's a
okay, that's
hit.
fine.
1 second. So.
Oh wait, no. If it did that at me, that was at disadvantage because I was warding flare. I was warding flare. The
I thought that
spooky
was
one.
for. Okay, I thought that was for a Drax only.
Okay, let me read.
It's
When
fine.
you're-
It's fine.
I
No,
think
it's
it's on
fine. It's
the
fine.
attack roll,
No,
not
it's
on the
fine.
person.
It's fine. It's fine. So I'll roll it again. Hold on. There we go.
I mean, I get to choose like the second it happens. So
Yeah, it's a reaction.
Damn
So
it.
it would have been a hit either way.
damn you.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. The dice, not you.
So
Right,
Like,
right, right.
this is where it will probably count though, is if you make
Yeah.
a con save.
All right, well, let me make one of these bad boys.
Oh, I did.
Oh,
Oh, you did
Zara.
for me. That's all right. That's fine.
Sorry. So
No.
no. All right. So to clarify again, what this does.
Yep.
You now have, and it kind of sucks because you have an infernal wound. So you are, as you feel like he just like attacks with a Drax and then whips around, and this tail, sick looking fucking, cricket leg tail it has, just whips around and gets you like in the clavicle. So you're gonna lose, starting now, 3d6. 1 second.
Not a thing you can afford to lose.
Oh fuck. So
For
there you go.
now.
15 points for the first turn, which is now. Okay. That you lose, and then
Did you add that, or do I need to add it?
I just rolled it. I didn't add it yet.
Okay, cool. So I'll put it in. I'll do it then.
Can I make my Sentinel attack, please?
Yes, you may.
Thank you.
I can't remember. Have we seen this infernal wound before?
I don't think I've seen
Not-
it before.
Make an intelligence check or history check. Nat 20. Fucking A. All right. Yeah.
I don't-
As you see like this happen, you kind of like get ready. Like you see the tail and you have your chance to whip it. You carve into it. Good. Roll damage.
I get an extra damage die because I have brutal critical, so I'm not
Yep,
sure
yep,
if
yep,
Fantasy
yep,
Ground's gonna do that yet.
We'll
Let's-
figure it out.
Let's find out. Yep, I'm gonna get an extra damage die on that. So that'll
Alright.
be another D12. Okay,
So
so
28.
28 points.
All right. Just a moment.
Man, this fucker's
Solid
hardy.
hit. Okay. So 1 second. Yeah, you're gonna lose that at the start of every one of your turns. Okay, 1 1 second. Okay. You can try to stop the wound with a medicine check, but
Oh, now it's me. Great. All right.
yeah,
well,
your turn. But you would have to use your action to stop the wound.
Okay. Well, good thing I.
Probably get out of range of it.
Yeah, no, that's a great idea. I'm gonna do that. Oh, boo. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll use my action to try to stop that wound because, like, I'm not leaving that. Medicine check. 16.
All right. Yeah, you're able to
Bless.
stop the wound. Or you're able to stop the poison, so you immediately just
All right.
spit it out. All right.
And I'll shimmy back a little bit because that was
Well, that's-
a bad time.
So, yep. Awkward
Good
spot.
thing
to
I
stop the
too
poison
am
out.
infernal. You know how to
Just
All
spit
right.
it at me.
Yeah.
yeah.
It just sizzles, and a dandelion dies where it lands. Damn it. All
That
right.
dandelion in particular.
Oh, it's a foul taste, like pretty much if you poured burnt coffee into the garbage disposal and then drank it back up with a straw. It's bad.
Thanks, I hate it.
Sorry. All right. Anything else for your turn, or
No, I
Oh,
missed
yeah, that's your
my
action.
attack,
Okay.
so
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Nope.
Malik is going to yell, "Get the fuck out of here!" And he's going to try to do a. Oh shit! I had. Sorry. He's going to try and hit the creature. Again with his quarterstaff. It's a hit. All right. Solid bit of damage. Okay. And then he's going to try and do one more unarmed strike. That misses. All right. With that, though, you do see... Yellow Arena come out. Second. Let me try and get this set up a little bit better.
Songblade returns.
Right. She comes out, but that's going to be, she's going to be up ahead of you, Zara. Actually, I'll put her, she'll be below Malik, I think would be better for...
For us not dying.
Well,
For it.
yeah. I just think it'd be more accurate that, she would come after it. Alright, so, Brunin, you're up.
All right. Give me the visual. So Zara moved away.
Oh yeah, let me. I don't. Did you move away?
I thought she said
A little bit. I wanted to move. Okay, wait. I'm not even sure how close I am to it.
You're about 10 feet away from it.
Oh, in that case, then no, I won't move away because I understand how attack of opportunities work.
Yep. All right.
All right. Brunen's just gonna take another shot with a splendid arrow.
Okay.
So...
I feel so bad for selling you those things so while ago. They haven't done shit for you.
Yeah, I've had them for 2 years. I know.
God damn it! Like, just burn them,
Yeah. 19.
All right. Yeah, that'll hit.
All right.
Roll
Hey.
damage.
So
God.
1d6 plus 3. 8 damage.
Okay.
Piercing type,
Great.
or it's piercing damage type. It's not like I don't know.
It's an
hole or
arrow.
something?
Yeah, no, it's an arrow. It's just a really well made arrow.
Instead of plus
What are
6, I
those?
think he gave me plus 7 on it. Is all it was. Yeah.
Yeah, they do. So they do a +1 for both attack and damage, is what.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's piercing and resistance to that, it seems. So. Okay.
Yeah. But I would also like to. Brunin yells out, "Gotta take him down!" Gives bardic inspiration to Adraxa.
Thank
Alright.
you.
Nice.
I need
Okay.
for those death saving throws.
Just at the very end, Brunin's like, "You know what? I'm gonna give you that inspiration now."
Aw. forget, a lot of you have actual inspiration too.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh
Dracula, you're up.
yeah. I always forget about that.
I don't. I give a eulogy. I don't have inspiration. All right.
Smoke them if you got them. Kids, if you're watching, don't smoke anything. All right. You're up.
I will make another reckless attack
Now, of course you will.
because that's how I win.
I like advantage as much as you do, so especially with
Works
this
for all of us.
beefy motherfucker here. All right.
All right.
That'll hit.
Okay. That'll hit. That'll hit. That's good. That's
If
good.
only your damage was as much as your attacks. Oh
Right.
man.
Remember the
Advantage on
first, like,
damage.
remember the first 10 sessions where I was putting advantage on my damage rolls because I didn't know how this worked? All right. Okay. I would like to make my extra attack, please.
Yeah.
Recklessly.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Thank God. Should have hit it with a bolt of lightning, but here we are. Huh.
Just looking hurt. Definitely looking hurt as you guys are just carving into this thing. You see like the sort of like the pale white, almost like translucent skin that you guys have been carving into. It's just this yellowish green blood underneath. It's just like bubbling up and festering. It's foul. And
Get
as
back to
he
house.
turns back and he's going to try to get you.
Good.
With his first attack, that's a hit. Oh wait, 1 second. It should be with advantage, so yeah, okay, so the first attack hits. Damage is gonna be 18 points. And for his second attack, that's gonna be at you, Zara.
Alright.
Alright, that's
My
a hit.
God. Okay. Yep, that's fine.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright, that's gonna. And for his third attack, he whips back around. That's gonna try and attack.
That's the one I'm gonna put Warding Flare on.
Okay.
Send an attack
Oh,
before I go down.
Nat 1, so it would have missed no matter what. Just to see what. Well, no, go ahead. Alright.
This is the first
As,
miss
like,
he's had. He's hit me
You
every
kind of
time.
look, and there's just this moment as like you see this, he like whips back around unnaturally fast, and the tail you see is getting ready to go right for between your eyes. And at that moment, Zara just flicks her hand up, and this like blast of
Did not mean to do that.
divine energy just smacks it out of the way, and this tail that would have impaled you straight through the brain goes right past your ear and back.
Thank you.
All right.
Can I make my sentinel attack? Even
Yes,
though
you
I'm still
can.
standing?
Yeah, no, you can.
Did not expect to still be standing.
It misses as you just try and like swing the axe at its tail as it like pulls back in front of you, almost like it's a rapier ready to fence you. Sarah, you're up.
Right, let's get that spiritual weapon off before I do anything else. Yay! What's that? I just dragged the wrong damage. Hold up, ignore that. Okay, this is his actual damage.
13.
Alright. And then, so
Okay.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a channel divinity. So this is not a spell, so I don't know if that changes whether or not it has advantage on this.
It has advantage on against spells and other magical effects. So whatever on
Oh,
saving
it is
throws.
a magical effect. Okay.
Okay, so whatever, yeah. This
So
is huge.
regardless, it's saved. But it will still take half damage from this. And that is
Nice.
radiant damage. So
Nice.
I don't know
Nothing.
if that matters.
Hold on, so I should just take 9 points off of what you did, or is that?
It
Yeah.
already halved it for you. But it is radiant damage if that matters.
Hold on. No, because it did. I don't know that it did. Did it?
No,
It
yeah,
says
so
it
I
is,
rolled
yeah.
a 19
Okay, I see,
and it
okay,
applied
making
9
sure.
damage.
All right, gotcha. Cool. Yeah, no, it's hurting.
Yeah.
All right. As you just
You know, I'm
pull out this blast and just.
gonna try to run away. Let's see how this goes.
All right. As you do, it is going to try and attack you.
Yeah.
It
Yes.
misses.
Nice.
As you
Correct.
just see this
All right.
For her, it misses.
arm, just kind of like just swipes at you and misses. All right. Malik is up. And he is going to, he's gonna get the fuck back in the feather house, so he's gonna disengage and run away because he's not about this shit.
I should have ran into the feather house.
Coward!
Idiot!
He's the highest level of all of us. And he still runs away.
Alright. Yellow Reina comes out, sees you guys. Drax
It's
and
bad.
you hurting. She's going to run up and she's going to use. Oh, here we go. She puts her arm on you.
Bless.
She pats you on the back, or just puts her hand on your back, on your feet, Songblade, and you just feel like this. You feel your wounds close up immediately. You like rush of confidence that you can handle this. You've got this.
I like the sound of that.
Brunin, you're up.
All right. Brunin is going to. How close is Brunin? How many feet?
1 second. You're about like 30 feet or so from. Say. Sorry, 1 second. Because it's on an angle. It's about 35 feet. Yeah.
35 feet. All right. So Brunin's going to stick here because he can't reach him this turn anyhow. He's going to lob off another splendid arrow. He's trying to get rid of these splendid arrows.
Odd.
All right. 25.
Yeah, that'll hit. Holy shit. All right.
All right. 8 damage.
Nice. Oh man.
Just pummeling them with arrows one after the other. Well, one after the one. But, you know, you get the point.
Yep. 1 second. He's looking extremely hurt as the arrow just like falters.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Adraxa, you're up.
I'm boldened by Yellow Reina, who's like twice my size, standing behind me. I'm feeling like a ton braver. And whip back my axe and fire a bolt of lightning at it. I call it lightning strike.
Okay. And is there a save or anything?
Yeah, it is all messed up in fantasy ground. Let me look at it. Sorry. It's a Constitution saving throw DC 17. No, wait, that's the Thunder. It says DC 17 deck save.
That one. No, it's okay. Fails. So, full damage. Go ahead and roll it.
All right. Oops. How do I do this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Whoa.
29 points of lightning damage.
How do you want to do this?
I want to blow his ass backwards off this cliff into the water for one thing, roaring with anger.
Holy shit. All right.
Why
Yeah.
didn't I do that 20 minutes ago? What's wrong with me? I always forget I have a magic axe.
So, yeah, so you kind of like feel like as Yellow Reina kind of comes out looking like, really urgently holding her sword for a moment and everything, seeing the situation unfolding. She kind of looks at you and you're hurt, like almost, and like kind of like worried even. And there's just this moment as she kind of like almost glides to you serenely, places her hand on her, back, says, get up, Songblade. And you have that moment course through you, feeling of recognition that this is who I am now. I'm in this for the real fight. And with that, you pick up the axe and not just swinging it mindlessly, angrily. You remember everything you have at your disposal. And you feel the energy course through you. And just, I'd say you grab the axe and just punch straight into this thing with with it. And as you do, this bolt of lightning just cracks through, leaves this almost like breaks off a shattered portion of its jaw, cracks open as it flies back just looking almost kind of derpy for a second. Like, as you just crack it in the jaw, and it just, this big thing, arms akimbo, flies back against the wall. This massive flash of blue light that just illuminates the whole forest. And then, he hits almost like the back of him hits the wall, and then the other part kind of like trails and sort of slinkies over the ridge in front of you, and then tumbles down into the water besides that log saw. Holy fuck. That's a good combat, guys. That was a really good one.
Thank you.
Level up. Finally, level
Again?
up.
Level 12?
No, not again. Fuck off, Mike. No. But we'll get you guys to actually level up this time so you can not be so close to dying.
Yeah.
Throw two simple little monsters at you. Jesus.
So we complete this combat. We're on our way back to Regana, right?
Yep.
And we're gonna find that
Well, first you gotta get on
council member. Oh yeah, because they're back in this. Oh yeah, we're gonna track down. All right, yeah.
Yep.
First, I'm gonna need that thing's poisonous stinger for my
all right.
trophy collection. But after that, we can finish our business and heal or whatever.
So you go and you see like the tail just kind of like dangling up. You kind of like pick it up and just chop it off, and it's just like, ugh. It's like, it's kind of gross looking, man. It's like the color of a hot dog.
Nice.
Stink long barb.
I'm gonna let it dry out in my bag a bit before I attach it. What are you saying, Sarah?
Start.
Muted?
You're on mute there. Can't hear you.
I said, cooked or uncooked hot dog? Important clarification.
Both. They're almost like, it's like on like it's almost like this shell like thing. It's not like this like flesh, right? Like it's like this chitinous shell with like this yellowish like bit of like channel where you can see fluid would go through. Not entirely unlike what you would see on like picture like a shrimp or something, like with like the thin shell on it with like, but that's like the feeling of it. It's just like this
Looking gross.
shell. I can keep going.
Nope.
No, I'm
Really
alright.
wanna know.
I already
Yeah.
killed the thing.
It's cool. I've already been injected with that. I don't need any more
You
description.
Goddamn glowy mustard spike, just right into your veins. Ugh, gross. All right.
Yeah, awesome game. Thank you so
Yeah.
much,
Okay,
Matt.
Oh my god.
That was a fun game.
Gross.
That was
All
good.
right.
Love
Thank
it.
you. Adraxa,
Oh.
you just can't escape the jungle adventures that you're so fond of.
I know, right?
Yeah.
The jungle.
You just love taking massive amounts of damage in the jungle.
It's my favorite thing.
I
Well,
just love that you
Adraxa really
guys-
does like it, so it's part of
Yeah.
her healing process. Switch, not so much.
I just love that you guys have like I can't poison you guys because like the one it's like, oh yeah, I'm a monk. Oh yeah, I'm just raging.
I'm too
Oh,
angry
yeah.
to die.
My medicine is like plus 20. So
Plus 8, baby.
go ahead. Yeah.
Love those wisdom.
Yep.
That was really fun.
Oh man.
Thank you, whoever checked in our stream tonight. We
Yeah.
appreciate you being with us. I don't know if you're here right now, but thank you. Thanks for
Thanks for
whoever's
coming
watching this
back.
after the fact. Thanks for coming
Christine.
back.
Yeah, we'll be back next Thursday for Mike's campaign Artema, and following Thursday we're back here in the jungle to try and figure out what happens to the Mates of Fate.
And
So,
probably
guys-
encountering a lot of more gross infernal creatures.
probably, but
And if you guys are watching us instead of Critical Role live streaming right now,
Why?
thanks. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just the same, we love you guys.
Yeah.
We love you guys. I love you
Love
guys.
each other.
Thank you, Matt. Good
Love you
game.
guys.
Thank
See
you.
you guys. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
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 Oh, I have to stop the stream, don't I? Shit.